see you, Philip. It's been 140 hours. Are we doing this or are we doing this? Yeah, man.
You say you're searching for a druid who can pin you down and do you right. Well, come on, Philip, and let Holston show you what it feels like. I come up behind you and I ask you what you're sipping on. Smells robust. And you tell me that it's gin that was purchased with donation. Don't look in my eyes, I'm taking you from behind. It's the one-time bestiality, ain't a crime. We'll be getting on the ground, I hear your snorting sound. Do it doggy style, cause you need tummy time. You wanna make love to this bear, to this bear, to this bear. You wanna make love to this bear, to this bear, to this bear, to this bear. I know that everybody's here with us, but that's cool. That's cool. Just reorganize the party. That's a thing that you know how to do. Right? Boy, don't keep me waiting when I really wanna mount you. Giddy up. Send Minsk to the campsite, cause you are my only boo. Yeah, stay away from hamsters. Don't look in my eyes, I'm taking you from behind. I can't take it no more, Philip, I'm coming for you. You've been teasing me with that ass, God, what a fat ass. Later we'll get burgers if that's cool with you. You wanna make love to this bear, to this bear, to this bear. Let's get on it. You wanna make love to this bear, to this bear. No, they don't take rubbers for bears. You wanna make love to this bear. I also forgot the lube. My bad. You wanna make love to this bear. Write down on something. To this bear.
Hey, give it up for DJ Fuck Fridge.
I'm what you want.
She's what you want.
I'm what you need.
She's what you need.
I keep things chill. That I'm a freak sexually, mentally, physically, emotionally. I can take the biggest loads of practice on your groceries. I know you gave your love to the druid, but your boy can share it. That's right, he's calling, even when you don't turn into a parrot. Me in the ways you're the pig, I got my sights. Oh, you better spring open till you see my little lights. Make love to a fridge and a bear who's in wild shape. I don't even wanna know what kind of freaky shall we make. The inside come will spackle you. Call me William Perry, cause I'll join the bears and tackle you.
No, you can't give me a kiss if we keep fucking like this. I'll reach around though if you need it to be shooting. Consummating with a bear, keep it up, feeling, I swear. I'ma give it to you non-stop, and I don't care. Jade's watching. He has questions. Oh, in the woods with a bear, the safe word is puero. You wanna make love to this bear, hey, to this bear, to this bear, to this bear. Wanna make love? You wanna make love to this bear, hey, to this bear. Make love. Get that ass split open by a bear. Hey, 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 hey. Going down, making love in the woods with a fridge and a big brown bear, and a pig, and cat, and Derek. You'll feel I'm not cool with how you invited Derek without consulting me. That boy ain't right.
Hello, everybody. Big ups, Wolverine Dow for the robust song. Big ups, Well Swade, Sunny. Let's see who else is here. Well Swade, Sunny, Chody Taint, Epion, Wandering Moth, and Dan Dark. Big ups, everybody. I've got some things to talk about today. Most of it, to be honest, centered around a new microphone purchase. But let's get into it here. I was just looking for clips. That's really the topic, honestly, is new microphone fuckery and DSP insisting that people, in fact, do have money because it's Christmas. So let's get into it. Clips are a little bit light. Had to source some of my own because most of the clippers are on a well-deserved break. Yes, Epion. I do have a good amount to say about his microphone purchase. I don't think it was a good purchase. I actually think for what he wants to do, his Audio-Technica AT2035 was better for him and a better value. This is the first mention of microphone that, and three new mic arms. Insane. This is the first mention that I found of him saying microphone and studio. So let's go. Big ups to Raw Phil, by the way.
All right, that's one of the major focuses of today's show. Also, as you can see, I have a new boom mic arm. Now, the improvements to the studio ever improved. And now I actually feel confident calling this a studio. Previously, it was just a musky, dark room full of...
So he's confident calling it a studio. Okay, what makes it a studio, DSP? Tell me. Tell me what makes it a studio. And I'll tell you, because I've worked in studio environments. But this is dumb because you're a game streamer. It doesn't matter.
Of equipment that was not well set up, that was not well executed. It was just a mess for a decade. But now I actually have a studio, and I feel confident about it. So, FYI, some of the improvements I'm trying to make right now are, audio-visual stuff. Visual, I think we've really gotten to a point where, the lighting's better, the camera's better.
No, I disagree. The lighting and camera are not better. I was looking at stuff here. Hold on, we're going on a field trip. I was looking at stuff the other day, kind of when I was sort of preparing for this because I knew I was gonna talk over this. But let's go to DSP Reacts, and I'm gonna show you something, and it kind of blew my mind when I looked this up. This here.
Phil, and welcome to another.
Look at this, right? See this? It's flat, but it's even. There's not a lot here to distract you, save from the weirdly sideways love seat that's blocking a closet, but that's neither here nor there. This is actually kind of clean and not very distracting compared to what he has now. And then compare it to, no offense, Atlas, but not using any of your clips today. Compare that to this. So we don't need this one either. So I'm just gonna get rid of this. So compare where the fuck? Okay. So there's this one. So it's number 2. Compare this to that. This to that. I actually find this to be a lot cleaner. It would be better for him to just go with a blank wall than all of this distracting shit, because this is just distracting. And yes, Marshchamp, Phil does not have a studio. He just has a room filled with garbage. But that's kind of my point. Let's hear him talk about the studio a little bit more, and then we'll get into some clips.
Capture quality and streaming quality is better. But now it's time to kind of tweak a little bit with the audio. And everyone who does this professionally has a good mic system, except for me. For a decade, I had this microphone.
I disagree. So the microphone that that is actually in this shot here is an Audio-Technica AT2035. Very similar to the mic that I started with. What's up, dude? What's up, guy with 2 names? Hello. So this mic, the Audio-Technica AT2035, I started with an Audio-Technica AT2020. Good mic, very solid, cost about $130, I think. It's not what I'm currently using. I'm currently using the Audio-Technica AT4040. I'm going to get into the different mics in a minute, but let's hear him talk about why he needs to do some upgrades and what he's working on.
Sitting on a very low grade tripod.
Yes, well swayed. Actually, so I believe the LARPers gaslit him into all of the RGB shit, and I actually believe the LARPers gaslit him into buying the Shure SM. What the fuck? It's not a SM7, but they gaslit him into buying the Shure microphone, which is objectively worse for him, and I'm going to tell you why. The LARPers are responsible for all of this, by the way.
It was always in the shop. It was always badly placed. And because of that, I was just like, man, the audio was what it was. It wasn't even until earlier this year that I started messing
guy with two
microphone
names. It's not 50 feet away.
Which
Hold
I
on.
could have been using for
Is
the
that
greater
better?
part of a decade.
Is that
right?
better? Is
so
that
now,
better?
with the new setup, I've been messing with different boom
This
arms.
office is
two.
echoey as fuck.
Okay. Well, first of all, I got this weighted
Turkey
like
hand.
stand to put on the desk. It didn't really work. We used it for a day, and it wasn't really working. It was kind of like not.
I
doing
need to soundproof this office. The echo is really
it wasn't
bad.
giving me the flexibility that I wanted.
I got
So I
parallel
actually
walls and
ordered
hardwood floors
2
in here.
different brands of microphone boom arm, and I guess we'll get into it now. Let's cover this now before we get to the.
I want to. There's a point in time, and I gotta find it. I was looking for it. There's a point in time where he flips it over. Yes, Red Horse. It was way worse. Well, I'll get into that. I have clips pulled up. Don't worry. And we'll do a couple call-in segments.
Good square I want.
There's a point where he flips it over. Here we go.
With the arm
Here we go.
clamp, even so great.
I
So
was
like, well, wait a
was
minute.
absolutely losing my shit yesterday when he was like manipulating it and flipping it around. Here we go.
The clamp on the other one looks good. Let me try the other arm. So actually, after my stream the other day, I installed the other arm. It sucked. It was.
He bought a third microphone arm, by the way. Third microphone arm that is supposedly coming tomorrow. So why does he have... So he has 3 microphones. Because don't forget, he bought a second microphone, that like $12 one to plug into his PlayStation 5 when he was playing with Brian. So he has 3 microphones, 3 boom arms. And also, I'd like to point out that his new Shure mic is RGB, by the way.
Stiff.
It's very special.
It was not easily maneuverable at all, and it didn't even seem to really like to want to move and stay in the places that I wanted it to. So right now, what I have is not very amusing.
I want to get
onto this movable desk.
Here.
So now when I'm podcasting,
I've got
I have the
words.
ability to flexibly move this around. I can even get it, look, closer to me.
This is actually pretty good. This mic placement right here. See how it's about a turkey hand? You're supposed to take your hand like this and rest your here, you can see it here. Rest your chin on your thumb and put your hand like this. This is about where you should be sitting. It should be here, maybe a little closer if you've got pop protection like a pop screen or a sock, but about this. So where he's at right now is just about perfect for this. It gets 10 times worse when he installs the Shure mic, which I'll get into it. It's really bad.
If I so choose to make it sound better, right? I can move it around easily.
Look at me.
Very maneuverable, which is very nice. I
can
like
move
that
my mic.
flexibility. You know, if you say, "Oh, can't hear you too good," well, I can maneuver it into a different position, and now you guys can hear me much better.
The
right?
background remover's fucking
So that's
up.
a good thing.
I'm like
But now when I
semi-transparent.
game, I can turn over here, and I can actually like fold it up, and I
gotta
can have it
change
going
this.
over here.
Hold on.
We have this maneuverability now with the mic, with this boom arm. Okay, so that's cool,
now I'm a ghost.
right? And that's something, again, I'm just catching up with technology. This is something that everyone has had for a long time. Anyone who does this professionally has
Now
had
the
this kind of
silhouette.
stuff, and I never did. You know, now I can actually
Now
sound
I'm
as good as
playing.
everyone else and have all the features that everyone else has had for a long time.
I'll just go back to normal.
What I'd like to do,
When does he flip it? He flips it over. Here we go.
hanging,
I just got to be
you know,
patient.
up. I have the ability to make this go really high up and then bend it down if I wanted to. And now it's almost completely off camera, right? But now I don't know how I sound because I'm talking straight and the microphone's there.
That is really bad. That's really bad.
This is what they call, I believe they call this a Is it a condenser mic or a cardioid mic?
It's okay. It's a condenser mic with a cardioid pickup pattern. Cardioid is like a little heart shape. It's like a little heart-shaped bubble, right? So with this, the front of the mic is here. I'm gonna get really into it, but the front of the mic is here. Thus, I have to keep, and the pickup pattern on this is actually it's actually very, very close. This doesn't have a very large or wide pickup pattern. I have to actually be kind of right up on this mic for it to really sound warm and rich. I bought this mic because it sounds pretty warm. It sounds pretty rich. I like the way it sounds. I think it's good for my voice. I have a bunch of different mics, but this has been my favorite for sure. Where he is all wrong, because the way the mic is aligned, it's picking up his forehead. If you look, you should be able to draw a straight line from the middle of the middle of the microphone mesh here straight, and that's what it's picking up. So it's getting like his forehead and maybe his eyebrows. Really, really bad.
Basically, the way this mic works, it stands up and it captures.
But notice it is actually picking him. It's picking him up fairly well, surprisingly well. The Audio-Technica AT2035 does have a pretty forgiving pickup pattern. Things like what I'm using now, the AT4040, and a lot of the Shure microphones do not. And those of you who listened to the Prestream today understand that the Shure microphone that he moved to does not have a good pickup pattern either. Does not.
There's audio in the front. It's really good at capturing audio in the front. Okay?
Devilish
But
faces, he's loud. I'll turn him down a bit.
It's not good at capturing audio from other directions. We tested this the other day.
Yes, because it's not omnidirectional. Like, this mic is not omnidirectional. I mentioned this in one of the Discord, or I've been talking about this in the various Discord channels for a long time. What Phil should actually do is he should just get a lavalier mic and mic himself up, like here. Just clip a mic to him. Because what lavalier mics do is they're dynamic, and they basically create a little bubble around the subject, and they basically pick up all audio or all noise within a little cone around the mic'd area. So DSP could literally just mic himself up, and no matter what he did, he could sway around, and and everything would sound just fine. Now, him clapping would absolutely destroy your ears with a lavalier mic, and him snorting would probably be like a shotgun blast. But I actually think he should just mic himself up. If he wants to be professional broadcasters actually use lavalier mics. Not YouTube, but like TV. When I worked in TV, almost everybody was mic'd up via a lavalier with a battery pack, at least as a backup. Like, we'd have a regular microphone that they'd speak into, and then we'd usually mic them up for a backup, and we would take whichever channel was clearer. What's up, Chio?
It's
Hello.
Champions time.
Thanks for the support. Chio says, I got home from work just in time to hear Phil talk about how he's just like everyone else now, thanks to a mic arm. What the hell? Big ups, Logan.
Thank you, Chio. I appreciate you. Yeah, he's the funny thing is he's talking about he's talking about this, and he's saying, I'm just like everybody else. But I want to say months ago, he literally said, I'm not like everyone else. Or at least you could say last year. Last year, he would say, oh, I don't have RGBs because I'm not like everyone else. And he said like 3 weeks ago with Rich's mic arm, which, by the way, Rich has a very similar mic arm and similar model of Shure microphone that Phil actually went to today. So Phil has RTU's almost exact setup by tonight. And 3 weeks ago, he said, oh, he doesn't need that. He's not going to be crooning in the studio or whatever. It's so stupid. And I've been listening to a lot of GTG lately, Golden Triangle Gaming, big ups. GTG always says, if Phil says he's not going to do something, Just wait. Just wait. Eventually he'll change his mind and he'll do it. Whatever it is, eventually he'll change his mind and he'll do it. And 3 weeks ago, he said, oh, no one needs a mic like that. It's stupid. It's unnecessary. It's for crooners. And now he's got one. It's great. It's great.
I tried talking into the top of the
That's
mic.
right,
I'm gonna test that
Nocturnal.
right now.
Rules for
So
thee,
now
not
I'm
for
going to
re.
talk into the top of the mic. Ready? Hey everyone, I'm talking directly into the top of the mic right now.
It sounds terrible. Like he should be able to see, like you can see the transducer in a mic. Like if you look, like I can see the transducer inside my mic. I'm looking through the mesh and you can see it. You should be able to see it. And actually his microphone says front on it. It has little writing on it that says the word front, and you're supposed to speak into the front of the microphone. So he should know. And also, he's been using this mic since 2015, I think was the Patreon goal. Yeah, it was late 2014 into early 2015 was the Patreon goal for the sound baffling, the microphone, and the green screen. So he's been using this microphone for 9 years, and he had no idea what the pickup pattern on it was. Ridiculous, right? Real stupid.
How does that sound? Muffled, right? Because this is not a mic designed for this. There are microphones designed for that.
the spending arc is incredible. He's talking about getting new wrist rests. He's talking about getting a different keyboard. He's every single day he finds something else to spend his money on. With the Shure SM microphone that he bought, it was one person in chat. One person in chat was like, "Yeah, Phil, you should get a Shure SM microphone." He bought it. He bought it that day. He might have bought it on that stream because it showed up today. It was incredible.
But not this one.
Oh yeah, Daniel Bad, another camera. He's gonna buy a quote unquote backup camera, but he already has 3. He has 2 Logitechs, or no, he has a Logitech C920 webcam, which is the original one that he bought. That's perfectly fine. It does 1080p 30. And he has a Logitech C960, which is slightly better, that one of his fans bought for him. And then he has the Insta360 that he bought like 5 months ago. So he'd be going on his 4th camera, to be honest with you.
Now, can we confirm that this is sounding more muffled?
Yeah, spending $1 to save 25 cents on taxes is a very Phil move. And really, the saying goes, and like this is how you can tell he is addicted to spending. Well, he's addicted to a lot of things. He's addicted to WWE champions. He's addicted to spending. He's addicted to the dopamine hits that he gets when people tip him and when people contribute. He's addicted to so many things, and they're all kind of layered on each other, and it creates a weird feedback loop where he can't stop. Like, he's addicted to the attention. So with the attention comes money, with money comes spending. And then since he's spending, he thinks that more attention is warranted, so people should give him more money, and it just builds and builds and builds, and it doesn't stop. But the issue is he's got so much shit and so much equipment, there is nothing he can do to be better. Because the defect is him. There's people with shitty ass microphones that make amazing content. Like Smokey MCC is a great example. I believe Smokey MCC makes all of his content on his phone, all of it. He records, edits everything on his phone. He streams on his phone, and his stuff's great. And I think he's just using like an iPhone with AirPods as like his entire operation. Like, hello, Brunel? You don't need all this shit to have a successful channel. The problem is you. You don't give people a reason to show up is your problem.
It sounds the same, does it?
No, it doesn't. It sounds like shit.
Really? Because if so, I mean, that's amazing, because this might even be better doing it that way, because we tested it the other day, and you guys said that it didn't sound as good. It sounds the same. Well, that's excellent. If that's the case, We might even have more maneuverability than I
See, he gave into the LARP immediately. A LARPer obviously was like, "No, Phil, it sounds the same," which it doesn't. It doesn't sound the same.
expected. Sounds a bit dry, but sounds good. Super Bonchon says, no, it sounds...
DSP, tell me what dry means in terms of audio. Tell me what the word dry means. I know what it means. He doesn't know. He doesn't. This is the LARPers are having so much fun right now.
horrible. Well, can we... See what I mean? This is why I need feedback. Everyone's going to have a different opinion. Because there are microphones designed that you aim the tip at you. And those usually pick up more sound.
Lord DS Parody, you have a great mic, but boring
they're more
content.
directed. So like this, you could target at you and aim it in the word, right? What do you guys think? Because it's, again, this is not supposed to be that kind of microphone. This microphone is supposed to be like this. It's like a wind tunnel. AMS says it's like a wind tunnel now.
It's like a wind tunnel because the sound is sort of cascading off the edges of the mic, and then you can kind of hear it going through the metal mesh. Like you can hear it sort of you can hear reverberations of his voice. Whoa, this is a good freeze frame. Check it out, dude. This freeze frame is amazing. This should have been my thumbnail. I found a pretty decent image for the thumbnail, but this could have been a thumbnail image. This is like a King Jad style bingo thumbnail image.
This microphone's supposed to be used like this. Okay? Just like that.
It's still too high. Still too high, but better.
That's the design. They do have microphones that you can get, and it would be an easy swap.
He should get, you know what, guys? If he's not gonna get a lavalier mic, he should get, what's that thing called? It's a Rode video mic. Right? Yeah. He should get this. He should straight up get this. It's a Rode video mic. It's a shotgun mic, and it picks up. It is a very narrow pickup pattern, and it's for cameras. It's for like on the go shooting. But this would be perfect. He could literally just point this at his face, and it would be fine. He'd be done. He'd be completely done. The epic snorts we would hear with that would be insane, though.
Because it's the same cable, XLR cable. All you need to do is get the different type of microphone.
The Blue Yeti's a good mic, Lord DS Parody. I had one. I feel like everybody had a Blue Yeti. I had a Blue Yeti gifted to me, and then I bought a producer. There was a mic by Avid. It was actually made by Avid with... I think it was a collaboration with M Audio, but it was the producer USB. I had the producer USB, and I used it because I was a fan of PKA and Woody's Gamertag back in the day. And Woody's Gamertag used a producer USB, so that's the first mic I bought on my own. Was a producer USB. It was decent.
Where you aimed at the top, and it's just a different way to pick up the audio. All right.
I think you might be right, Stray Fox. I have not heard as many snorts.
So I don't sound the same when I tilt it. It picks you up much better this way. That's what I thought. This is the kind of mic it is. It's meant to be a mic that you talk to the front.
Still sounds like garbage,
okay?
By the way.
Now, here's a question. So you hear me now. I'm talking directly to the front of the mic, okay? Now, let's try to maneuver it a little higher. People are saying it sounds much better this
Let's
way.
go.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Much better bass. Exactly. This is now picking up the full range of my voice, including bass and everything.
Bass.
And that's the difference. If I have it far away, you don't hear any bass, okay? Let me try something. I want to see how high can I make this microphone, like off camera?
This is what killed me. This right here.
So now it's like way above off camera.
Him doing this.
And now if I angle it down.
This is retardation. This is retardation. Right here.
So how does that sound? Does this sound just as good? Now, I'm going to talk directly to the camera. Rather than talking up at the mic, I'm just going to talk straight.
There's a point where he flips it over.
Does it sound the same that it just did, or has it already sounding worse? Because it very well could be. This mic is over a decade old. It's still a great mic. It's Audio-Technica. It's a really high-grade mic. I paid a lot of money for it over a decade ago. I think it was over $100, the microphone. Okay.
Bro, microphones are timeless, especially XLR microphones. The TV station I used to work at, we used XLR handheld mics from like the 1980s, and they all worked fucking fine. And they could take a fucking beating, dude. We used Shure XLR mics like from 1987, and they worked fine.
It stood the test of time. It's never had an issue. But it is the type of mic that you have to be talking directly at the face of it. If you don't, it doesn't sound as good. It's the same. Okay.
I swear he flips it over. I swear. Oh.
This. When the mic is up here, now look.
It's like magic.
Fully with the shot. The AI shot can now catch all of my arms, all of my body. Even here, I turn the game. See, it's catching my whole body. It's not erasing parts of my body. That's ideal.
I mean, it is erasing parts of your body.
You want
like factually, you're like Rayman right here. You're missing fingers.
As high as possible and get it off camera. That's what most professionals do. Or there's another thing that they do, but this
devilish face. You have to talk into the mic for people to pick you up. That's right.
The low angle ones, okay? You put way down low on your desk and you try to get them under your camera, but that's never...
It looks like Rayman. When he does that shit with like the AI background remover, he looks like Rayman. It's very funny. Big ups Rayman. One of the timeless Ubisoft games.
Never really going to work for me, especially because the way I'm gaming now, it's going to block my whole arm and everything if I were to have one like that.
Indrid, hold on. We're going on a field trip. Indrid posted a video. I think she posted it on... I saw it this morning. When I was waking up. I kind of when I wake up, I kind of go out to the living room and I play on my phone for a couple of minutes, like just to wake up. I think Indrid posted a short. I think she posted it on Detractor Beam. It was like the last couple of days. This.
I look like a witch right
Big ups Indrid Cold, by the way.
now, but that doesn't matter. Look at this.
This is so funny.
Look at him. Look at him. He's so ugly. He's so ugly. I look like a witch.
It's really big ups, Indrid. Thank you for posting that. That got me really good when I saw it this morning, and it got me good again. He just looks like a retard, no matter what. Yeah, and I've seen the tweets. People were tweeting he looks like he's in a high chair. It just looks so funny.
Or it would block my line of sight to the TV. So I don't want that. A lot of people are using that because they're more like PC gamers sitting at a desk with the monitors right in front of them.
That's me.
I don't have that.
I'm PC gamer sitting at a desk.
So I don't think that would work. Get a Shure SM7B microphone and point it down.
Boom. There it is. One person in chat goes, get a Shure microphone. This is what I wanted to follow. Literally one person in chat was like, it was the WB out I can't. This dude in Phil's chat told him to get a short, like literally one dude was like, buy a Shure microphone, and DSP's like, all right, I'm fucking sold. Let's go. Cause to get it today, this was yesterday. This was yesterday at 11:32 his time, and he got it today, which means he ordered it before noon. He ordered it on this stream, I guarantee you. He would have had to order it before noon yesterday to get it today. Hello?
Yeah, is that a good one? Let me take a look. Probably super expensive. Watch this.
He factually pressed order right now. Is my theory. Because when I heard people tweeting that he got a new microphone, he factually pressed go on the order right now, like this second that we're watching.
Sure. SM7B, here it is.
That's right, Banana Jones.
Oh,
That's right.
for a low price of $359. Oh, kittens, right? That's like I fart out that kind of money, right? Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
Exactly. And I've been saying that in various Discord channels constantly. It's the he purchased the exact same mic arm and the exact same microphone that he made fun of Rich for having 3 weeks ago. Literally, he got baited into buying the same setup. He actually got baited by one dude into buying something that is very similar to what Rich has. It's very funny. It was less than 2 weeks ago. All right, I trust you. I trust you, Vikes.
Oh yeah, limited time deal, my ass.
Felted. That's right. That's right.
What it
Epion.
uses is it just use XLR cable. I'm probably not getting a $360 mic. That seems a bit excessive.
No, you didn't get that one, but he got this one. He got the MV7 Plus, which is basically the same microphone platform, but in a different wrapper. Notice how it also has RGB, by the way. I just want to point out that DSP had to get the mic with the RGB strip. That's very on brand. Speaking of this, threw his mic into scaffolding. Climbed to get it. Yes, Meth Bear is talking about a time where Eddie Vedder threw an XLR mic into scaffolding and he climbed down to get it and it still worked. And he also slid down an XLR cable. XLR cables, let me tell you something. XLR cables are very sturdy because they're rated. You're not supposed to do this, but you can. If anybody's familiar with like old school wrestling or like old school boxing, the ring announcers, when they'd come out, a mic on an XLR cable would actually be suspended from the ceiling. They'd reach up and grab it and they'd go, "Tonight's match," and like all that stuff. XLR cables are rated to hold a lot of weight because old microphones be heavy and sometimes they actually would have to suspend them. So XLR cables, you can basically swing on them like a rope. Like they're very robust. You shouldn't, but you can. You can. And they last forever. I've been using the same XLR cable for like damn near 15 years and it's never failed me. But yeah, Phil has this. He got the one with the RGB strip, by the way, which is very fun and very on brand. That's right, Navi. The mic comes down from the rafters. That's right. It does.
But this is the kind that you would dangle from this boom arm and point directly at you.
Hello, Phil? Where's the content? Where is the content?
I'm not sure it uses the XLR cable. It says XLR, but I'm not seeing it use an XLR cable.
No, it does. The thing about the Shure mics is here. I'll show you. They do what is known as. Can you see it in this one? Let's see. Can you see it in this one? Oh no, this one just uses straight XLR. Some of the Shure microphone models have their own little cable leading to the mic as a tension release. That's what you see. You see a lot of Shure models that have like a little cable go. You'll have like an XLR plug, and then you'll have a second cable going from the side. That's just a tension release. That's probably what he's thinking.
I think it is. Is that it right there? It is. It uses XLR. It's just upside down. Okay. Because my whole setup would work. I would just need the new microphone. Oh, $360 is a big ask. That's so expensive, man.
Not really. I mean, 360 is not that expensive for a microphone. Like you can go a lot higher. You can spend $20K on a microphone if you really want to. Like I was using at the TV station, sometimes we were using $50,000 Sennheiser mics. It all depends on what you're doing.
Damn, they even sell one that has the built-in preamp. See, I have the preamp, the Scarlet over here. That's what I've used for a decade. And
Vikes, it's pigpiggo.re. Is that the one you're using? Pigpiggo.re.
my preamp is fine, but
also, DSP Institute is another one that will also search his transcripts.
damn, it has one with a built-in preamp for only $450.
Oh,
what a
Epion, I
steal.
completely forgot. Epion says $360 for a new mic. Nah, man, but $400 for a new joystick. Rush delivery. Also, he refused to pay for Jasper's blood work, but he bought a joystick the next day. So fitting, so on brand. Oh yeah, Axe Jeeves. That's right. Axe Jeeves is another one. There's like four sites that parse out DSP's transcripts. It's very fun.
Lexamar says it's cutting out my voice when I move away. So let's test this. So when I'm talking over here, you can't hear me. When I'm talking here and here, you can hear me. But when I'm talking over here, you can't hear me.
This is
That's typical. Pretty typical. Keep in mind, the microphone used to be here. So it would catch everything in a range.
It actually, like, I never thought I'd say this, but it actually was better off down here.
Right? But the problem now is because I'm going to be...
Like, this is one of those times where you look at it and you're like, you think it's a bit. Like, you would think this is a bit where he's, like, going in his chair like this, and he's saying, can you hear me better here? Can you hear me better? Like, this feels like a bit. It feels like a bit.
Gaming over here for PC gaming, I need to have the microphone in this vicinity.
Yeah, Devilish Face is losing his shit. Oh my god.
Sure, is what
you have to
99%
talk into
of all big
it.
podcasters
Period.
use.
End of discussion.
There's a lower end Shure MV7 that's $250 and a great choice for the price point. But this is definitely the kind that you can aim, that you aim directly at you. And it's definitely the more modern version of everything. Yeah. I would just have it go right here, and it would aim right there, and then the XLR would go there, yeah.
All right.
Popular one that's a lot cheaper. Simplest for boys. Yeah. Cost of doing business. Right off. You know.
Oh, he's talking about tax write-offs? All right. I want to hear this.
Cost of doing business. Well, no. Admittedly, here's the deal. I want to do all the upgrades before the end of the year. Anything that I buy right now.
Oh, we're getting a visit from the Robo Gremlins. I'm sorry.
So all these
They'll go
upgrades
away.
I'm doing are all tax write-offs for the end of 2024. So it makes more.
But what he doesn't understand is, like, yeah, you can write shit off, but, like, you're still buying a $275 mic. Like, you're still buying a $275 mic. What'll you get for that tax write-off? Maybe 10%. Like, maybe you'll get 10% knocked off your taxes. Maybe 10% of that purchase. Like, it's still an unnecessary expense. Like, an unnecessary expense is still unnecessary. It's like when people buy useless shit at the food store when they're like, oh, this cereal is buy one get one free. Yeah, but did you need that cereal? Well, no, but it's buy one get one free, so it's like I'm getting one for free. But you still paid for one. You still paid for one that you didn't need. Stop it. And DSP is a mark for all that shit. He thinks just because he can write something off on his taxes, he can justify it. I can write a lot of shit off on my taxes, but I'm still very careful about the things I buy.
Sense to do them all before the end of December than to hold off. So
It's WWE Champions time.
Thanks for the support. Tipping Dog. Tip says, I'm a 27-year AV industry veteran. Anytime this regard talk about audio, vision, lights I want to self out plus F4. You're a stronger man than me.
Thank you, Tipping Dog. I appreciate you. Well, I in a past life, I worked at a TV station as well, and these segments really get under my skin because I would either get laughed at or fired in my old job if I did or said half the shit he does. But I do it because it is fun at the end of the day to, like, look at this and be like, nope, he's wrong about that. Like, this is completely wrong. This is totally wrong. Completely wrong.
Oh.
Oh, Meth Bear says equipment for business is 100% deductible. Wow, I didn't know that. I gotta start writing off more shit then. Thank you, Meth Bear.
I might do it. We'll see. I'll think about it.
And by think about it, he means press purchase on the Amazon right now.
No, we're not. Could everyone shut up about RGB? People are just being stupid. Oh, everything has to be RGB. No, it doesn't. They do. They have.
Again, everything has to be RGB. No, it doesn't. I'd like to bring your attention to this again. He bought the one with the RGB strip. He bought the one with the RGB strip. Phil.
I'm not even kidding you. They have RGB boom arms. RGB boom arms. Who the hell's going to see the RGBs on that? The idea of a boom arm is to keep them off the camera. That's why you have the boom arm. So everything's off camera. Why would you want an RGB?
No. Your microphone should be in the shot. If you want a microphone to be out of the shot, buy a shotgun mic. Buy a shotgun mic, dude.
Be boom arm. Right? Doesn't make any sense.
What's up, Alfred? How are you, my friend?
Mount the mic upside down. It's too high right now.
That's kind of where I come from on it. You can write certain things off on your taxes, but it's still money out of your pocket. It's still money out of the bank. And Phil is literally a person that lives day to day. His spending habits are such that he lives day to day. So if he had any kind of financial literacy, he wouldn't be spending money just to write stuff off on your taxes. Yeah, it's cool to write stuff off on your taxes, but you're taking money away from yourself that you may need for something else.
Now, you mean spin it upside down? I could.
Yes. This is what killed me. This is when he flips it upside down.
Well, that's gonna screw the cable up if I do that. I could do that, but the cable would be screwed up. I wish I could rotate this rod, but the rod doesn't rotate.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
See?
The rod doesn't rotate. Proceeds to just rotate the thing. It doesn't rotate. It doesn't rotate. It doesn't rotate. Then he rotates it around. Philip.
So I could do that. See that?
Yeah, exactly. Devilish Face brings up a great point. Hate that he's acting like that mic costs a lot when he's asking for the cost of that mic daily. Yeah, that's one successful day. You can't invest one successful day of streaming back into your business that you're going to tax write off. Fuck off, Phil.
You think that's better?
This is actually better. This is actually slightly better because it's pointing at his nose now. The transducer is pointing at his nose. It's parallel to his nose instead of his forehead and his eyebrows. This is slightly better. I would not mic down from the top in a streaming setup. I think it's way more efficient to mic from the bottom up. I think miking from the top looks weird. If you've ever seen Mudahar's videos, Mudahar has that giant fucking mic that takes up most of his camera shot when he does the recorded videos. It just looks bad. I don't like the look of that.
I mean, it's better visually, perhaps, because the cable's not dangling now.
Oh, good point. Well, can we? I can't see the notches. So if you can see the release notch on the XLR, which I can't on this shot, but typically for microphones, where the release notch is on the XLR cable is going to be where the mic should be facing.
So maybe visually that looks a little better?
I can't. No, maybe it's here.
Now it's
No.
I
I think it's right here. Yeah, I think it's facing the right way.
don't know how that affects the capturing of the audio.
Here, we're going back.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's correct because that's a. Oh no, it's backwards. His mic is backwards. It's backwards. See that little gold piece, this little gold notch. This little notch is what you press down to release it. It's backwards. His microphone is backwards. It's been backwards the whole time. It's been backwards the whole time. His microphone has been backwards the whole time. It's been backwards the entire time. It's okay. It's at least been backwards since the last time he adjusted it. But this little piece of gold here, this little piece of gold is what you press down on to actually take the cable out of the microphone. It's backwards. His microphone's backwards.
See? Like.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
So I could do that.
That's so funny.
Yeah. You think not dangling now upside down?
That's so funny.
The audio.
Oh my god. It's backwards.
Have it off camera and point it at you and it sounds better. This one you have to be talking to the front. So now I'm talking upside down.
Oh my god. Okay, so to be fair, I don't know if it's been backwards this whole time. Mind you, he just installed it on this microphone arm and shock mount because this is a new shock mount, by the way. This shock mount came with this microphone arm. I'm betting this happened today. I'm betting, or not today, yesterday. I'm betting that him flipping the microphone around happened yesterday. I feel like we would have picked up on it if it was backwards. Like, I feel like we would have heard it, you know?
It won't affect the audio being upside down, no? Sounds the same? I can even do this. Now it's even more off camera. See that? Now it literally blends in with the background.
I feel like
you can't really see it. But again, I don't know how it sounds.
I feel like Devilish Face. I feel like Prophet like last year had a theory that his mic was backwards. I feel like it was Prophet. Was it Prophet or Fantastic Mr. Sam? One of them. One of them was thinking it might have been backwards. But it was definitely backwards yesterday. It is still in the shot, by the way.
Sounds upside down now. Well, that's fine. Just do a handstand and listen to the.
But you can, to be fair, you can actually get pretty good pickups speaking into a mic from the back. There are some situations in which miking from the side and miking backwards is necessary. Depending on how robust someone's voice is, it might be better to mic them from the side. Depending on the microphone setup, the interface you're using, and stuff like that. I am actually a big fan of doing it sideways, like here. Like if I move my chair here, see, I'm miking sideways. This would be considered, I guess, kind of like a mid-side recording. You can still hear. It's just not as basic, or it's not as bassy. It's not as bassy. But I think this microphone was backwards yesterday. But I think it was backwards only for yesterday.
Podcast back, it'll sound better. You can add auto gain and everything. I mean, I don't care. I don't even.
All right.
Would you have the arm? It's just, well, the whole idea is it doesn't block your camera shot.
No, the whole idea behind a microphone arm is so that you can place it correctly. You can place it correctly, and you can have freedom to move it around. It has nothing to do with keeping it out of the shot. You would never want a mic like this to be out of the shot.
Where's the mic better? In a place where it doesn't.
Okay, Sonny, it was Prophet. Yeah, I thought it was Prophet. Kicking around that theory. I don't think we ever confirmed if it was backwards.
Affect you. Why the holy hell Would you want RGBs?
Yes, correct. He thinks microphone arm, boom mic techniques. But the thing is, when people say boom mic, what they mean is mic on a boom. Like a boom arm is generally a straight arm. It's a straight metal rod, a telescopic metal rod, where you have the wire maybe spooled or wrapped around it, and you're pointing the microphone at your subject. The boom arm is the boom is the arm. It's the arm in the assembly that holds the mic. The mic that is on the end of it is typically a shotgun mic. That is like a super condenser mic. Like it's a condenser mic on steroids, basically. And they call it a shotgun because it looks like the barrel of a shotgun. You know.
Anyway, and by the way, it's not really RGBs; it's LEDs, right? RGB and LED are different. LED is the more modern thing. Like these are all LED lights. You know, it's
okay. I'm gonna say one of my favorite stupid things. My girlfriend hates when I do this. Hold on. No, I don't even think. Would it be true to say that all RGBs are LEDs, but not all LEDs are RGBs? See what I did there? My girlfriend hates RGBs, those,
but they're really not. They're way more versatile than just RGB.
No, listen. I'm not gonna roast you, devilish face, because most people that work in the industry, like most professionals, would still refer to that type of mic as a boom microphone, even though it's not the microphone that is the boom. The arm itself is the boom.
All right, so how does this sound? You think this sounds good?
LGB lights, that's right. LGBT lights, LGBTQ lights. Proud ally.
Of course, again, I'm trying to compare all these. I have another one coming tomorrow. The other one that I have coming is a 3-arm system, not 3 arms, but 3 parts to the arm. This is a 2-arm system, which is good. It goes high.
2-arm system. I have 2 arms.
Look at that.
Oh, by the way, and maybe this is just me having a touch of the tism. Ever since Phil started using the AI background remover shit, which is exactly the shit that I use, I've gotten really self-conscious about it. I think mine looks decent. I think I've got my background remover set up in kind of like a decent place. But you know what I'm doing? I bought a fucking green screen. And I'm going to do it for real. I'm going to do the real streamer thing and have an actual green screen. So starting tomorrow, no more fucking background remover because it looks retarded. Like his background remover looks retarded and it makes me think my shit looks retarded. So I flat out bought a green screen because of his shit.
But there's a 3-arm system that I'm going to try. Or I keep saying 3-arm, 3-part system.
Oh, by the way, for anybody who's contributed, thank you for your contributions, because your contributions as of late have literally paid for the green screen. So big ups and thank you for your contributions to the channel. I appreciate you.
System I think goes even higher. So
yeah, I used to use green screens like professionally in studio environments. Like I know how they work. It's just in my small apartment, the space wasn't suited to set up a green screen, but now I have a giant room. Well, you can hear the space of the room. This big ass room with parallel walls and hardwood floors. Green screen. Then I need soundproofing. I will be buying soundproofing for my walls. My girlfriend's gonna hate it. It's gonna be ugly ass soundproofing, but it's gonna work.
Actually like arch it higher up and go down at the angle.
Oh, a guy with 2 names. I know.
Tomorrow, and if it's not good, I'm
joining the world of the living and actually setting up a green screen. It should be coming tomorrow, I think.
Is I could easily test these products out, and if they're not good, I can return them. That's what the whole system.
It'll also be less of a drain on my system because the NVIDIA background removers are a huge fucking resource hog. Okay, so that was the first part of the microphone tism. Going in order, this also happened yesterday. This is DSP complaining about the least supported stream, calling a viewer an idiot, and saying that there's no way people could have no money. It's Christmas. What are you talking about? So big ups DSP Momology. Let's get into it.
All right, guys. A little over an hour left on stream. Guys, can you do me a favor?
Huh?
Can we not have this be the least supported stream I've done all year? $16? What is going on?
Dude, I don't even know what's going on. Look at this.
I'm having
Didn't
a good
he?
time.
You
If haven't
guys,
noticed,
hold
I'm getting
on.
better and better.
I'm doing this from memory. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't there a point in January, or February of this year? That's right, because we're still in 2024. Wasn't there a point in January and February of this year where he had a $7 stream? Tell me if I'm making that up, but I swear I remember him having a $7 stream in January or February. So this is not the least supported stream all year, by the way.
Keyboard.
All right,
I'm
Epion says
progressively
yes.
improving
I
my
believe you,
performance
Epion.
here. But
Devilish
yeah,
face.
I really hope that
Okay,
we're gonna
yeah.
make more than $16 on the stream. That's really gonna suck.
NSX for the $10 tip. I really do appreciate it. Things have been really fucking
Yeah.
slow today.
Yeah,
Earlier,
Alfred.
Clear stream.
This
Now
is
tonight-
definitely like the spending. This is definitely like a mini arc of spending addiction. Because every day he finds shit to. He can't go one day without buying something. I challenge him to go one day without buying something. He can't. He can't.
Like, I don't know why. Today was just a real slow day. So I do appreciate that very much. Thank you very much, M5.
Big ups, Melissa, by the way.
A good tip to help me out here tonight. Thank you.
Nice dive, stupid.
Dude, don't stop being stupid.
His COD gameplay is so funny.
Now they're spawning behind. Like literally, we've just started the match. The spawns have.
He
already
doesn't
completely
understand,
rotated.
like, this bothers me. Like, I don't play Call of Duty multiplayer anymore. I haven't for years. But what bothers me is, like, he's been playing these Call of Duty games since the beginning of time. You could say at least since 2007, right? Or at least he played the original Modern Warfare on his channel back in 2008. I remember because I was an unironic fan back at that time. The spawns have worked the exact same way since 2008. Literally since 2008. And he has no concept of when spawns shift, when they flip, when to camp them, when not to camp them. It's such a basic concept that is older than some people watching his streams. And he should know. Like, it upsets me so much that he doesn't know, like, a very basic COD concept.
So I was supposed to know that they were coming the other way. What the fuck is wrong with this game? What the fuck? Shoot, hit. 4 hits.
No, 3.
Look.
3 hits in the legs. 3 hits in the legs,
insane?
dude.
Oh my god! This is insane. How am I supposed to beat this?
The last time I played
filled
COD
him with
multiplayer
bullets
was the
and the game wouldn't let me
original
kill him,
Modern
and it let
Warfare,
him get an
or
instant
not
kill on
original,
me.
the Modern Warfare, the Modern Warfare reboot in 2019.
Yo, it happened again.
That was the last time I played
filled that guy with bullets.
multiplayer.
Nope.
They won't die. This is ridiculous bullshit.
He had that guy. What the fuck, Phil? You had him dead to rights.
Oh my god! What the fuck? Whoa! Whoa!
That's one of my favorite clips,
Yo,
though.
this
What
is
the fuck,
really starting
whoa.
to piss
So
me off,
funny.
dude. Complete nonsense of this game.
Oh.
Dude, are you serious? They're in both fucking towers. So I killed
I like
one,
how
and
he
the other one
killed, he
gets
killed the guy, then he just gets his bell fucking wrong immediately. There's some unintentional comedy in that.
This is insanity. No, you notice no one's dying. You saw how many times I hit that person.
No,
That was,
you
what, 6 or
didn't.
7 hits.
You didn't hit him. You
The
got
other
3
one gets
hit markers. 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 hit markers. 3 imprecise rounds from that range is not enough to kill someone, Phil.
This is insanity. No, you notice no one's dying. You saw how many times I hit that person. That was what, 6 or 7 hits, and no one.
Yeah, he's using thermals. Why is he using thermals? It's so. I find thermals in the outdoor environments, it makes it harder for me to acquire my targets.
Died.
I never forget a face.
So I have to be twice as accurate as the enemy because they kill you with 2 to 3
Exactly,
hits.
Wesley H. Wesley H says he conflates bullet shot with hits. Yeah, he assumes that, like, oh, I'm firing bullets in the direction of a target, thus they're hitting. They're not.
Completely fill their body with bullets to get any kind of damage.
Frag thrown. Incoming frag.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this is...
Phil thinks that skill-based matchmaking kicks in and drops off. He literally says, oh, 18 milliseconds, that means skill-based matchmaking kicks in. No, skill-based matchmaking is always on. It's an ever-present system, unless you're running private lobbies or playing ranked.
This is garbage, dude.
You can't do anything about it. It's fucking complete garbage.
But if you're playing the
Nothing
standard
fun about this
playlist,
right
you
now.
are subject to SBMM.
Fucking nonsense.
Just how it works. What's up, Doomer Ziggy? Welcome.
Watch out. Grenade. Enemy grenade.
Dude, they're invisible. Where's the red dot so I can see them?
Wait, what?
What happened? Where's the red dot so I can see them?
Well, the dude that shot you wasn't moving. He wasn't moving, so he wouldn't have showed up on radar. Hello?
What happened? I don't even know why I got hit.
What
I
happened?
got hit by nothing.
Oh, control. Big
There's
ups,
nothing
control.
there. I got hit by invisible shit that wasn't there.
What the fuck is wrong with this game?
What the fuck?
Mythology has the best fucking clips. I want to see their clips, Ben. It'd be so funny to see their cutaway, Ben.
I killed one, but there were 2 fucking snipers standing next to each other.
Yeah?
Unreal, man.
It's almost like teammates cover each other. Almost like.
Now, of course, I'm here, and there's no one here to come to kill.
Basically, here's a whiny baby.
Yeah, Mars Champ. He is like the T-Rex from Jurassic Park.
Instantly killed, even though no one could have possibly had a shot lined up. Love it. Look at this fucking nonsense. Complete fucking garbage.
Oh my god, yeah. The semi-charm life
Well,
clip.
revenge, bitch.
I showed so Devilish Face, the semi-charm. I have watched that clip 5 times since last week. I showed my girlfriend and she was like, why the fuck does this exist? And I told her, I said, well, there's so much DSP content that we just have moments of him singing stupid songs. Like, it's such a funny clip because it's him just half-heartedly singing like that song. Like, why does this exist? I don't know, but it's funny.
Fucking bitch.
Enemy RCXD detected.
Bitch.
Guys, listen very closely. I'm gonna be quiet. Listen. If you got headphones, put them on and listen. Tell me what you hear.
Enemy RCXD detected.
Made absolute.
Dude, I could hear where that dude was. That dude was to the left and in back of me. I could hear where that dude was in my headphones. And this is a rip of his shitty ass stream through a Memology video played through a web browser on my desktop. We've got like 4 to 5 degrees of separation, and I could physically feel where that dude was. And it was loud as fuck. It was loud as fuck. And he's like, where the fuck did that guy come from? He had 8 seconds. He had like 8 seconds to turn around and get his gun up. But the thing is, guys, and this is something that someone mentioned this to me, that he's using his TV. He needs a pair of fucking headphones. Because the problem is, he's not going to hear the little stompy stomps like you and I did. He can't hear the pitter-patter of tiny feet. You know what I mean? Because he's 7 feet away from his fucking screen. And his speakers are his TV. So I think the next bag is going to be... big ups Aussie Turtles Gaming. Thank you for the 8 months, dude. We appreciate you. He needs headphones, and I predict that's going to be his next bag. He's going to find some high-end pair of headphones
Thank you for the membership.
that he can beg for. That's going to be the next thing. Thank you, Meth Bear, for the 16 months. My man.
Zero sound. Couldn't hear anything. I love this game.
And the thing is, you got to remember, he's playing on PC. He's playing on PC with mouse and keyboard now. In the mouse and keyboard lobbies, almost everyone is going to be using headphones. And they don't even have to be a very high-end pair of headphones. You can do a lot with like Android earbuds. Just either synced to your computer or plugged into your computer wired. Anything is better. Anything is a leg up auditorily than what he's using now.
There's literally no footstep sound at all, right? Zero. No footsteps.
Exactly, Sonny. You were there. You were there.
There is the save console, but are there anything else here to grab?
Save console.
The STARS office in Resident Evil 2 and 3. It appears in both games. Yeah, the STARS
But
office.
his ear infections, well, he should shower more, Stray Fox. If he doesn't want ear infections, he should shower more and maybe flush his ears on occasion. He probably uses fucking Q-tips. Do you guys think, not to like derail too hard, but my theory is that Phil was a Q-tip user and that's why he got infections. And any doctor will tell you, because I've had lots of ear problems in my life. I had chronic ear infections as a kid just because I had like gunky ears. Okay, hold on. My mistake. He uses something worse than a Q-tip. He uses his fingers, and you got to imagine how dirty his fingernails are. I completely forgot. I'm retarded.
Oh, well, we know where the next item is. Oh, fuck! No! You piece of fucking
Dude, big guy. I had chronic ear infections as a child when I was like 4 and 5 years old. But you're a fucking kid, and kids have gunky eyes, noses, and ears. Like, hello. Oh, thank you, Dude Messiah, for the membership. Thank you for the 6 months. I appreciate you.
shit.
I'll do a call-in segment after this clip.
You fucking asshole, mother fucking cock sucker.
Hello? Burnell.
Is he dead? He's still twitching.
Dude, I missed this. I really miss the round cloth pop filter. Does anybody miss the round cloth pop filter? We got a meme. The Lean In Manual band meme was him with his face half covered by that pop filter. I really miss that. So fucking funny. I have a pop filter like that in my closet. I don't use it because my current microphone setup. I bought this pop filter to be like DSP. I bought the exact one that he had. But that's literally where the limb meme came from.
He's dead. There's blood coming out from under him.
Yeah, he uses the meme now, Dude Messiah, and it's not as funny because he uses it. He ruins all his memes.
So quiet. My God.
Exactly. The invisible enemy. That's right.
No one has any footsteps. Completely silent. Everyone's wearing muffled.
Phil also, he spends way too much time looking through his scope. And it puts him at a disadvantage. I actually find the best thing to do in COD is to like not scope up until necessary. Because I can tell he's fixating on what's through his scope and he's forgetting that he's part of the bigger picture. Because like here, if you go back here, I'll show you.
Everyone's wearing muffled sneakers.
There was hold on.
Even I don't make footsteps.
There's a specific moment where you can see a guy.
Silent. Everyone's wearing muffled.
There. Do you see it? But so before he scoped up again, you could see the guy that shot him. Like I could see out of the side of his peripheral vision. If he wasn't so fixated on his scope, he might have been able to see that guy.
What?
What?
He spends way too much time buried in his scope. And I was playing Halo with Atlas the bookkeeper last week, and we were talking about Halo. And anybody that has played Halo for a long time, you know the best thing to do with the Halo battle rifle is to never fucking scope up. Never scope in. Do not ever scope in with the Halo battle rifle. If you're scoping in, you fucked up. because you can, if you can get used to drilling dudes in the head from across the map without scoping in the battle rifle, you're god. Especially on those SWAT playlists.
What?
Yes, he magically gets instant.
So I just
kill
got used
shots
to
from
never
across
using the
map.
scope, to be
No
honest.
aiming required.
He does. He has massive tunnel vision. Trust the reticle. Yeah.
Sure.
The reticle will tell
I
you.
totally didn't shoot him first.
Sure.
Sure.
What the fuck?
See, I got Rayman hands because I'm wearing a black shirt and it looks retarded. So I'm going green screen.
Dude, this is impossible. Why even play? It claims 10 milliseconds, but no bullets ever register.
My man, Dune Messiah, the Halo 1 OG Magnum pistol is the god tier pistol of gaming. The only weapon that punches harder than the Halo 1 OG Magnum pistol is the Doom double barrel shotgun. Those are the two hardest hitting weapons in all of gaming.
What? I killed someone. This guy's already in the room with you. What?
Like, you're making me want to boot up Halo 1 right now and play.
He wasn't there. There was no sound. He wasn't fucking there. And then all of a sudden, I'm instantly killed by him.
Shiny Teeth, I respectfully disagree with you, dude. I love, you hate how Phil looks like a baby. I love how he looks like a baby who wants his mom to pick him up. It's so fucking funny. It's the funniest thing. This is like the fucking high chair background remover arc because he just looks like he's sitting in a high chair. It's very funny. Oh yeah, the Cougar Magnum.
How is he over there, dude? This is just nuts. There's no point in playing. There's no fucking point.
Quite frankly, I also don't want to grind for fucking diamonds over and over to do this. This is a waste of my fucking time. This game sucks.
This game sucks.
Completely uneven game. Where is he? He wasn't there.
Oh, it's incredible, big guy. What an incredible time to be a detractor.
And then I'm instantly killed by him. This is not a 10 millisecond. This is probably like a 50, 60 millisecond match. And it lies. It says it's 10. To make you feel like, oh, just keep playing. Don't worry.
Why would developers misrepresent their ping? Why? What possible thing do they have to gain by misrepresenting their latency? Hello? Like, this is such a problem with him because he'll say, "Oh, developers are lying about ping." And then he won't give a reason. He won't give a good reason why. They want you to keep playing. Well, you're going to keep playing anyway, aren't you? Regardless of the ping. There's people that have 100 plus millisecond ping times and they're still playing and they're still getting kills. Whatever.
You could come.
Dude, yeah, Devilish Face, 30 milliseconds, dude. Back when I lived at my parents' house in Connecticut when I was in high school, if I was playing Halo, fucking sub 100 milliseconds was... I would kill for sub 100 milliseconds. Like 30 millisecond ping on a scale this large is pretty fucking good. It's like 30 milliseconds is incredible. That's it. That's an incredible ping time.
Back. No, I won't. Not with this fucking connection.
I come from an era of shitty connections, man. I played online on the 360. If you were there, you know.
What a waste of time, dude.
Fuck this game.
Yes, big guy. That's also another point. Phil could not discern the difference between 30 ms and 100 ms. No fucking way. The fact that he thinks he can tell the difference between certain ping times, and the fact that he also thinks he can count frames. Get the fuck out of here. You can barely see. You're not counting frames.
This fucking sucks. This is such a waste of time.
This time, we can't let it happen again.
Literally not a single footstep heard in the game. No footsteps whatsoever from any direction, so you can never hear an enemy coming at you.
That's not true.
And they all just
We heard
instantly appear out
footsteps
of nowhere
factually.
Yeah, they're right in front of you. Hit. Oh.
Penitent Sin says, FYI, the average human reaction time is 250 milliseconds. Yeah, that actually makes sense. I read somewhere that that a cat's average reaction time is 42 milliseconds, and a snake's average reaction time is 60 milliseconds. So a cat will always be faster than a snake. Derek fact.
Look, now they aim and fire at you, you die. Complete trash game, man.
Dude, this is game design from like 20 years ago. Are they idiots? They are. They're idiots. This is terrible game design. Let's just randomly spawn a turret behind you. There's no way you would know that it's going to be there until you reach this phase of the boss fight. Dude, I'm not playing a PS1 game. This is not PS1. I hate to tell.
Oh, he can shut his fucking mouth about Control. Jesse Faden is my wife. Control is one of my favorite games ever, and I'm in love with Jesse Faden. She is a great character, fantastic.
Remedy Studios that they need to figure out that it's not fucking 1997 anymore. Okay, apparently I didn't press X. Sure. This sucks. It's taking me like an hour to beat this stupid boss now.
Correct, Shiny Teeth. Exactly correct. Oh, I'll bay it. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'll bay it. In terms of video game ladies, I'm a sucker for a video game redhead and IRL redheads. So Jesse Faden is definitely on my list.
No, it has nothing to do with the headset. Listen, there's no sound. It's not you need a gaming headset. There's literally no fucking sound.
No.
There's no footsteps. So anyone can just walk right up to you in this game. No, you can't hear anything.
Oh, is he? Is he going to play Control for the new year? Or I'm confused, Dan Dark. Tell me. Is he going to play Control for the new year? I played a bunch of Remedy stuff recently. I think I'm going to wait a little bit to play Control again. But I play Control every couple of years.
Missy Lee, you're an idiot. Saying that, oh, people don't have money because it's Christmas. No.
Here we go.
Christmas means you do have money.
Let's hear that again. I think it bears repeating.
Can't hear anything.
Mr. White says Control is free on Epic, so probably. I would love to watch him play Control. Control is one of my favorite games. I don't think I usually can't restream him in terms of his gameplay, but I'd love to watch along for sure. I might do watch alongs of that because I fucking love Control. It's one of my favorite games ever.
Lee, you're an idiot. Saying that, oh, people don't have money because it's Christmas. No, if you have Christmas, it means you do have money.
If you have Christmas, it means you do have money. If you have Christmas, it means you do have money. Hello? No. One, if you get Christmas cash, you should spend it on yourself. And two, the idea is you'll be giving gifts to other people, so you wouldn't have money. Hello? The entitlement, man. The entitlement.
Anyway, the opposite.
Incredible.
Money for Christmas, genius.
Yes, thank you, Dig McCloud, who's basically being a dark.
Yeah, they have money, just not for him. Exactly.
Cloud saying, "Oh, economy is down, inflation is up, everything's terrible." Yes, I heard this a million times. I also heard this during COVID. Yes, I also heard this during everything. You guys just you're broken record.
I did.
No, the point is not that everything is down or more expensive. Yes, you're right. I mean, that's just fucking common sense. That has absolutely nothing to do with people asking for a game, right? Saying they'll support it and then having slow days. That it's nothing to do with it.
I prestiged.
Phil, you're a moron because expectation of support should never be there in terms of a game. That's your biggest problem. Like, you say your content is free, but then you insist that people must pay for it. So it's not free, is it?
Again, I'm unlocking all kinds of stuff and doing pretty good, I'm having a good time. I actually genuinely, like, as much as I rage when I play this, I still like it a lot, and I can't wait to play more. But obviously, the one disappointment is the level of support. But I guess you can't win them all. Let's just chalk this up to one slow return stream. Hopefully, things will pick up after the fact. Thanks to those who did contribute. I really appreciate you.
I want to say thanks to everyone who hung out with me. I hope you guys had a good time. I had a good time.
What is this
happened with
music?
Contributions tonight, they were like incredibly bad. Like, these are the slowest contributions on a stream I've done.
Okay, also, the best way to get more contributions is to say that your funding is low. You know what I mean? Like, amazing. Big brain Phil. I'm just going to say that my funding is low so more people tip me. But the weird thing is, for his fucking dents, it works. And it shouldn't. It goes against human psychology. Like, nobody should want to tip a guy that like is yelling at his audience for tips being low, but they do because they like humiliation. Okay, moving on to the next thing. This is today. This is today's pre-stream. Here we go. Actually, no. Let's open it up to a call-in segment. This is a call-in show, and I keep forgetting to do the call-in segments. Hold on here. Let me just make sure I am okay to go. All right, the phone should be good. If you'd like to join the conversation, the Discord link is in the chat for the Discord waiting room. Or if you're not a Discord-style individual, you can call 1-917-740-8933, 1-917-740-8933. And if you would like to make yourself anonymous, you can use *67 before calling. So let me just put that there, and I will pin that in the chat. And if anybody wants to lend to a call-in, you can. If not, I'll just move on. But I like to open myself up for call-ins. Let's see. No one waiting in the server. All right, I'm gonna move on to the next thing. Oh wait, we've got someone on the phone. Hello. This is the phone side of the Troll Talk. You're on. Who am I speaking with, and what's on your mind? Yes, Space Ghost, Coast to Coast. You got me. What's up? What's on your mind?
Just the fucking entitlement from this asshole. It's just like, it's bizarre. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's just everything, man. It just really is.
Yeah, it's to imply that for Phil to imply that he is deserving of people's holiday money is it's a whole new level. It's a whole new level of greed, in my opinion.
Well, and the fact that, like, he watches, like, he doesn't have a family, right? So he doesn't, like, really, I don't even think him and Kat really even give each other gifts. I'm pretty sure. They just enjoy their company, quote unquote.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. Kat's
just playing Skyrim in the other room, and she's like, leave me alone. And of course, he makes her eat or cook for him, but I mean, maybe. I mean, do we know if his mom sent him that pot roast thing that she always sent him?
I don't know. I don't remember hearing anything about a roast. I'm assuming they at least got a few sides from QVC, right? Because usually don't they get the sides from whatever his mom buys from?
He would order like a whole meal from them or whatever for him.
Yeah. I know too. I'm surprised. A coworker of mine was talking about how you could order like a Popeyes Christmas dinner, and it was like chicken and potatoes and like all this stuff, and it's like you just heat it up in the oven. I'm surprised Phil didn't do that. You know.
Well, apparently KFC is like a really big traditional thing in Japan for Christmas. Like,
yes,
like everyone goes to KFC, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, no, totally. I've been in the city, or I've been in New York City over Christmas, and like you can always tell where the Japanese families are, because a lot of times you'll see like a family of Asian style people around a bucket of chicken in the park on Christmas, and you're like, yep, they're doing the Japan thing. So yeah, I've seen that for
and
sure.
We all know how much he loves A Christmas Story. I'm surprised he just doesn't, because I know in the past he's mentioned going to have Chinese food on Christmas or Christmas Eve, I think.
Yeah,
with Kat. Like, I think that was Leanna. But
yeah, he did it at least once with Leanna, and I want to say he's mentioned it with Kat before at least once.
Because he loves to pretend that his life is a fucking movie from the 80s. apparently.
It's all he has is that. So yeah, we've got the Christmas greed and the microphone spurgery. Anything else on your mind before I let you go, Stray Fox?
One last thing. It was like maybe he's still thinking he still has, because like I don't know if I haven't checked the demographics on the ages that actually watch him in a while, but maybe he's still thinking that he has like teenagers and kids, like he's still placating to the teenagers and kids. Because let's be honest, most people that are legitimate fans are either mentally children or like, as you know what I mean, like mentally challenged, like younger or immature.
Correct.
Or like not that old. So maybe he's thinking, oh well, they don't have families to. I hate to defend him, you know what I mean, but I'm just saying it's like, oh, maybe he thinks that like, oh, let's be honest, you guys don't have families, you don't have kids to pay gifts for. You're just getting, and you got to give it to me, even though he just got like $800 fucking bucks or something the day before on Christmas.
Yeah,
like, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day or something.
Yeah, the idea of getting $800 and then insisting people still have money is insane, absolutely insane.
Because I think if you'll like continue playing it, he was like, "Don't make this be like the worst stream of the year."
The slowest supported stream,
less than 15. I think you already got less than $15 like in January of this year or something.
Yeah, I remember a $7 stream sometime in mid-January, and people in chat have backed me up on that, so I believe him. All
I know is that Agent Proper has a lot to go through to pick only 10 worst moments of 2024.
Yeah, 2024
for him.
2024 was a wild year, man. A completely wild year. Anything else before you go there, Stray Fox?
No, that's it, man. Have a good one.
All right, yeah, you too. Thanks for calling in. Bye.
Yep.
Anybody else wants to call in or hop in the Discord? If you're in the Discord, let me check the Discord side. Oh, we've got people in the waiting room. I'm going to take Big Guy. Let's get him in here. Hold on. Big Guy, how are you? You are on the troll phone. What's on your mind, my friend?
It's WWE Champions time.
Hello,
Thanks for the
Big Guy.
Smitty Weberman.
Oh,
Jensen
hello.
says,
Sorry, I forgot I was pushed to
"Why is
talk.
every
No
horse
worries.
frame a
What's
horror
on your
show
mind,
of
Big
him?"
Guy?
I was just going to say, based on the last conversation you guys were having, that was literally one stream after Christmas.
Yes.
He was talking about don't make it a... What'd he say? He said, don't make it a trend.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It was literally
don't make it a
one
trend.
stream.
Yep. I hope this isn't a pattern. It's that same talk he does after one slow stream. I hope this isn't a pattern, guys. I hope not. It's so dented.
Yeah, but the main thing I wanted to talk about, I don't know if you've gone over this yet. I kind of joined just a couple minutes ago.
No worries.
But Phil pretending to be Santa Claus so he could pretend to be himself from 10 years ago and give his commentary from 10 years ago.
Yes.
That was absolutely deranged during the Stellar Blade stuff.
Yeah, he made a joke about Eve from Stellar Blade giving the boys Yule logs, and it was like, come on, DSP. That was a 2009 Phil joke when he was talking about like boners and Yule logs and stuff. Really stupid.
Yeah, I just can't believe he thought the best way to make the commentary he did 15 years ago was pretend to be Santa Claus instead of just doing it himself.
Yeah.
And he thought that was a reward for everyone.
Yeah.
It's so deranged.
Yeah, he does so many things as rewards that only are for him. The eating, the Santa costume, all of it. They're all for him, but he pretends they're for other people, you know?
Yeah. All right, that's kind of all I wanted to say.
All right, well, thanks for calling in, Big Guy. I appreciate you.
Yep.
We'll talk to you again soon.
All right, see you.
All right, bye. Big Guy, everybody. We have got... I'm going to take... Yeah, there's nobody calling in on the phone, so I'm going to take another Discord call. We have Astrodontus in the room. Astrodontus, what's on your mind, dude?
Hey, man. Yeah, sorry, I'm calling in from phone because I'm still on vacation.
No, don't enjoy your break, man. You sound fine. What's on your mind?
I mean, I've still been watching Phil because Nash is also a detractor.
Sure.
Give me a second. I just need to figure out how I can actually. Never mind. Yeah, there's a couple of things actually. I mean,
Sure.
First of all, he did mention that he got Chinese for Christmas Eve.
Oh, he did? I must have missed that. So Chinese confirmed this year. Okay.
Yeah, he dropped it like really quickly. He's like, "Oh right, I forgot to talk about that on."
Oh, okay.
Because he talked about this Christmas Day dinner. That's when they had the spiral ham.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Also, I think it's going to be interesting to see if Ponage 101 keeps showing up in his chat.
Yeah, Ponage has been very active. Ponage was the one that sparked that whole evil monologue where Phil said, I could have helped people, and if none of my detractors existed, no one would care, That was Ponage. Ponage has been all over Phil's chat lately, and I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, but has he been seen since Christmas?
Oh, you mean since Christmas? I don't know. I've been spending time with my family. I haven't been paying that, at least for the 24th and 25th, I didn't watch much. So possibly, I don't know.
Yeah, it's because Phil claimed that he bought Stellar Blade, but he didn't. Ponage bought it for him.
Oh, Ponage bought it for him. Okay, interesting. So
yes, because Phil claimed that he bought Stellar Blade, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the day before that, Ponage was asking him multiple times in the chat, "Hey, if I buy it for you, will you play it for the Christmas marathon?"
Right.
And yesterday, I was watching him, and at one point, someone asked him, like, "Hey, I have $50 left. Should I buy Stellar Blade or should I buy the new Sniper Elite?" And Phil went, "Well, how much is Stellar Blade nowadays?"
Okay,
and
interesting.
It's like, yeah, if you just bought it like 2 weeks ago, you would know how much it costs.
Yeah, that's wow. I didn't catch that. That's very observant of you. So Phil did not buy Stellar Blade. Someone else did. Yeah, Ponage, so it had to be Ponage then. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Good catch. Good catch. I completely missed it.
He even said at the same time, it's like, well, if someone buys it for me and people nominate it, I'll play it.
Well, yeah, he would have to at that point. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's also stupid that, when he was looking through the nominations, he was like, well, so many people voted for Stellar Blade. It's like, yeah, because you never said that you were going to play it for the Christmas marathon.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you confirmed it, but obviously those messages aren't going to go away. Like, no one's going to delete their message and put in a new one.
True. Yeah, that's so Chinese dinner confirmed, and Ponage 101 bought Stellar Blade for sure. Anything else on your mind before you go?
Well, about the new microphone situation.
Yeah.
It's so funny that Phil is getting so upset now. Because the way he looks during gameplay with his, background removal, he looks like a dented Professor X.
Yeah, he looks like he's in a high chair or a wheelchair. It's so nuts.
Yeah, and he's been getting so annoyed when people tell him, dude, you look fucking weird.
Yeah, he looks so strange. The microphone setup is all wrong. It's all wrong, but it's content for us,
Yeah, it's wow. Just he's really losing his mind this year.
He is. I think it was Revan Tillywink, the last Troll Talk stream, was saying how we are firmly entering the breakdown arc, and I think we're here. I think we've arrived for sure.
Like, the moment the OIC stops funding him, or whoever Hypnotic jinxes and email and those random names that keep popping up for like one stream or two streams.
All it would take is for one of those people to have a medical emergency, and then he'd be out of money for a good long time, or maybe forever.
Yeah, I mean, he bought 3 boom arms.
3
of them.
yes, and you only need 1. I have had the same arm for years, for like 5 years. You need 1.
And I mean, he said he would be returning the ones that he didn't need, obviously.
Uh-huh.
But the way he put his boom arm together was, where he said like Frankensteining 2 of them together.
Yeah, he used a clamp from a different arm than he had, and then he hooked that clamp into something else. It was different, very different.
Yeah. So at least 1 arm he can't return.
Yes. Oh yeah,
unless
that's
he tries
true.
to do something really scummy.
Yeah, 1 arm he can't return. That's a good point. Well, we'll have to see what happens, because he's got a new boom arm coming tomorrow. So we'll have to wait and see Sunday, I guess. When that's in the mix. Anything else before you go?
Not really. Well, I mean, first of all, Merry Christmas.
Hell yeah, Merry Christmas, brother.
I know I'm late on that, but also in advance, Happy New Year.
Hell yeah, Happy New Year. Well, thank you for coming on as always. I appreciate you.
Hell yeah.
All right, talk to you next time.
Bye.
Bye. All right, that was Astrodontus. We've got someone else on the Discord side that I'm going to take. Anybody on the phone? Nope, nobody on the phone. So we'll take a Discord call. We have got Detractor at Puget Sound Energy. How are you, Puget Sound Energy representative? Hold on, wait, I had him. I had you. Are you here? Detractor at Puget Sound. Hello.
Yeah, I am. How's it going?
There he is. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm well. Hey, I'm excited for Phil to finally discover that you can send DMX through XLR. So once he finds that out, buys a cheap little DMX controller, he can have all the fun he wants with his lights. No wireless involved.
Oh hell yeah! You can listen. You can send a lot through XLR. You can send electricity through XLR if you really want to. Wait until he figures out how robust And you know what? Most of the time in XLR, you're only using 2 pins. You're not even using the 3rd pin. And I can say that to you because you know.
Yeah.
But,
so I just think it's funny, sweating this wireless stuff with his lights when he has all the tools he needs. He just needs to buy like a $60 DMX controller. He could run his lights. He could do whatever colors he wants.
Yeah,
he's gotta pay into those apps.
And if
he's with the lights,
if he was a true baller, what he would do is he would sync all of his XLRs, just sync them all up, and then he would use his microphone to give direction to a MIDI visualizer, and then he would use MIDI so that the lights would pulsate with his voice. If he was a real big baller, he would rig all that up. Because I've been thinking that because I've been thinking about like, oh, he could actually do this just with a couple of basic open source applications, and even he could figure it out,
But that's too much work for him.
Yeah, it is. Anything else on your mind?
No, that's it. I just thought it funny.
Yeah, no, it is. It is funny. Thank you for calling in. We'll take the next call, but we'll talk to you again soon.
Yes, sir.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Let's go over to the phone. Nobody on the phone. All right. We got another Discord call. Dan Dark, you're on the troll phone. What's on your mind?
Basically, I'm just here because I think all of this Mike stuff is completely unnecessary.
Agreed.
He's gone way too far for things that he's not even putting the time and effort into actually learning.
Correct. Because you can buy a $300 microphone, but if you don't understand how it works and you don't use it correctly, it's not going to help.
Yeah, he's basically just a 300-pound man buying running shoes and thinking he's going to be the next Gout.
Yeah, exactly. Big ups on the Gout reference, by the way. Yeah, he thinks that the equipment makes the streamer, and it doesn't. Like there are streamers that are much more successful than him that do not have as nice of equipment as him, as weird as that is to say, because so much of streaming hinges on what you offer and what your personality is, and he offers nothing and he has a bad personality. So those are things we can't fix. I mean, the thing that I would take away from his streams to fix it would be him, to be honest. So
Yeah, you can spend all the money you want on basically anything, but the one thing he's always going to want is admiration, people to like him, and that's something you just can't buy.
no, that's something he can't buy, but his contributors can certainly buy his admiration, if only for a little while after they tip. So, well, anything else on your mind before you go, Dan?
No, that's basically it.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in. I appreciate you, and we'll talk to you again soon.
I'll see you soon again.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right, that was Dan Dark, everybody. Let's see. That's it for the Discord callers. Anybody else on the phone? Phone's not ringing, but if anybody wants to call in, feel free to call in. You can call in on the phone. You can join the Discord. I'll do my best to watch it. This is today's bullshit. I didn't watch a lot of this. I had to take a couple work calls. Oh, we got somebody on the phone. Hello, you are on the phone side of the troll phone. Who am I speaking with, and what's on your mind?
Slightly adjusted, but hi, I'm Sunny. How you
Yes,
doing?
Sunny
From the
Sunny
land
from
down
down
under.
under. How are you, Sunny?
Well, we're in bushfire territory, so it is what it is.
Okay, what's on
All
your
right,
mind?
Where shall we begin? Let's go back to Prophet and remember how you were talking about that pop sponge thing
Yes.
on Phil's microphone? Okay, so that's when we knew he had the microphone backwards.
Oh,
Back
okay.
Since then.
Okay, so
yeah.
that is what started Prophet's microphone is backwards theory, is when he was
Yes.
changing the pop filter. Okay.
Yes, because we sort of noticed it was like, once he removed that off, it was like, hang on, the front says towards the camera and not towards Phil.
Oh, okay. So you and Prophet were able to actually see where it said front. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, because he had finally cleaned off the dust off the microphone because it had been caked for so long.
Sure. Wow. And then and then yesterday, in the clip that I watched from yesterday, it was backwards yesterday. So
yeah.
So how long has it been backwards?
Years.
Probably
him being
years.
A 16-year, expert and all the rest of it. So basically, Phil's been backwards all of his life. So
yes, amazing that it's been backwards all this time. Amazing. Anything else on your mind, Sonny?
Yes, just before I go.
Sure.
So this morning, I'm assuming that you saw the stream this morning.
I saw bits and pieces of it. I had to take a few work calls, but yeah, I saw bits and pieces.
Okay.
What was your take on this morning's stream?
Well, Jinx. Apparently, we haven't heard from God knows how long. You remember Jinx? AKA
Oh yeah,
Ryan?
he said something about I sold a startup just now and I'm doing real well. He tipped a couple times, didn't he?
Yes, because he also tipped with a story that apparently it was a classic about how, he was a detractor and, he felt bad and all the rest of it, but he's finally come around, so he had to tip the money and he had to give the long-winded story of why he gave the money and all the rest of it. And it was like, I remember this from a classic story. What was it? Why do we need to rehash on this again? Was it an older email or...
Yeah,
is it really getting $100?
It's that same reformed troll template that we hear all the time.
Yes.
Like, I used to be a detractor. I saw the error of my ways, and now I'm with you, Phil. Take my money.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was it? I've been trying to get to send this for a long time, but I've been holding on to this for you, and here it is now. And I was like, No,
No.
it doesn't sound genuine at all, and all the rest of it. So
No, it doesn't sound kosher at all. No way.
no. So when do we get to see you play Death Stranding again?
Tomorrow. Tomorrow, I don't know
Tomorrow?
exactly when, but there will be a Death Stranding stream on Logan K tomorrow. And hopefully I won't spend
Nice.
4 hours on the same boss battle again. So, there we go.
Sweet.
Yep.
Sweet. Looking forward to it.
Oh.
Alrighty, sir. I'll let you get back to it.
Hell yeah, thanks for coming on, Sonny. I appreciate you. Be safe there in Australia. You got plenty of venomous snakes and spiders, so stay inside.
Oh, yes. Well, we got the standard free S's. Snakes, spiders, and sharks.
That's right.
Me and sharks, we have an understanding. I don't go into the water. They don't come into my house.
Fair enough. Well, thanks for calling in, Sonny. I appreciate you.
You're welcome, sir.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That was Sonny. Oh, we got another call. Hello, you are on the phone side of the troll phone. Who am I speaking with, and what's on your mind? Sure.
What do you think Phil's going to, or how do you think Phil's going to react in the upcoming summer? Because his bankruptcy is ending the 5 years afterwards. Because it was in, the call was in.
The call was in March of 2020, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the bankruptcy jurisdiction, I think, is 5 years. So he's reaching the end point.
Oh,
so
maybe he can.
celebrate that?
So August, thank you for the question. I think he's gonna try and get credit as soon as he can, because he has been talking about credit all year this year. If you think back, because he keeps saying, if only I can get credit, I can refinance my home and I can fix the bathrooms. That's all he's been talking about. So
yeah,
I think he's
like
just he's gonna be free of the bankruptcy, quote unquote, and he's gonna just assume more debt. And I think that's the end of it,
I also have a Theo theory I'd like to share.
Okay.
So it's been hypothesized that he's been using Affirm, or Affirm has been one of the methods of one which he's been making all of these payments, making all of these purchases. Here's an interesting thing. It requires a bit of a preamble, but just bear with me.
Sure.
I had to, so because of a credit card hack that happened a couple months ago, I put a freeze on all of my credit reports.
Okay.
When I tried to use Affirm to see if I could make a purchase, Affirm said, you've got a freeze on your reports. We can't complete this. And I'm like, oh, well, okay, well, never mind that.
That's
Phil's bankruptcy would be included in that, because Affirm acts like a credit card.
Yes.
So if he's using Affirm to make these purchases, Phil's credit history is not being queried, and there's only one other person in that house who hasn't filed for bankruptcy.
Catherine Burnell.
Yes.
Which
that is my Theo theory.
Okay, so
he may be making the payments, but her name is on the report.
Oh, so do you think so? Okay, so let me just make sure I understand where you're going. So your theory is Cat has credit, and they are any credit reporting is being ran in her name, so maybe it's her name on the Amazon account.
Yes.
Okay.
Or at least her name on the card.
Oh, okay. On the payment method. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. That would make sense, because you'd think that even something as basic as Affirm would need to do at least some top level query. And Phil has had a bankruptcy, which would render most credit options null, basically. So
it would be denied on step one, but not for Cat.
Because he's not good for his money. Like, if anything can tell creditors that he's not good for his money, it would be defaulting on the amount of debt that he had wiped away. I like that theory a lot, because it makes sense. It's a very sensible theory, so I like it.
Yeah. there's an alternate, and it's and I shared this on Ice Yamamoto's stream. One
Okay.
of his mods brought up a good point, and I was thinking purely about Affirm. If he's using Amazon payment plans, that I don't think would flag or would do a search on his credit.
True.
So that's an alternate way he could be doing it.
Yeah, because Amazon will on select items give you an offer to pay this over time, pay $29 a month for 5 months or whatever, and then you have this thing. So yeah, Amazon payment plans and Affirm are not the same thing, and credit would also be its own separate thing. But I think you're right. If Kat's name is on the payment method, they could get Affirm. They could get Affirm support very easily. So it could be his Amazon account with her name on the payment method. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. I like that.
And the 5 years for the bankruptcy jurisdiction is ending, I think, in the summer. I don't remember the exact date it was granted, but the call at least was in March of 2020.
So Meth Bear in the chat, I'm scrolling up to find it. Meth Bear said, so Meth Bear clarifies, Phil filed for bankruptcy in January of 2020, and he also says he can file Chapter 7 8 years after filing the first. He can file 13 4 years after filing for Chapter 7. So yeah, you're right. I think you're on the right track, August. He will have more financial latitude at some point in 2025. So it's going to be really wild to see whatever he does with it.
Yeah. Again, if someone in the chat or someone in any Discord can this was when it was this was when the bankruptcy was granted, because I believe, Meth Bear can correct me if I'm wrong, that would be the start date of the 5 years.
Yeah, that would make sense. And Meth Bear is an attorney style individual, so he knows things. Yeah, this is a good theory. I really like this a lot. Anything else you want to add, August?
No, that was really it.
All right, well, thank you for calling in. I appreciate you. Be sure to call again soon. Loved your input. Very, very interesting theory.
If I can think of anything else, I'll let you know.
All right, sounds good. Thank you for calling in. Have a good night.
You too, man.
All right, bye. August. Big ups, August. Anybody else before we move on? Nobody else on the phones yet, and Discord is empty. All right, we're going to move on.
What is going on?
Oh, and Meth Bear clarifies, it's not 5 years, it's 8. They count from the date the petition was filed on a discharge case. Okay. So he needs to wait. Thank you for the clarification, Meth Bear. But I like the theory, August, of it being Kat's payment method. I like that a lot.
Welcome to the show today.
This sounds really bad. Guys, notice how quiet he is? I gotta boost him. So it'd be so Meth Bear clarifies January of 2028. Wow.
We've got a new piece of equipment in the studio to mess with. It's my first professional upgrade of audio.
I don't like the way this sounds at all. Notice how flat this sounds?
In a decade. So we're going to see how it sounds. We're going to mess with its settings. We're going to move the boom mic around, and we're going to see what it's like.
And the thing is, he's only about maybe a foot and a half, maybe even a little less than a foot. But the problem is the Shure microphones Shure microphones specifically, they're designed to have a very unforgiving pickup pattern. The pickup pattern is basically the immediate space in front of the microphone in which it will pick up sound to be converted into a signal. Shure is notorious for basically forcing you to be right up on their mics. He needs to be basically throating this fucking thing in order to use it. If you guys a lot of you guys have watched, that being said, but ALT has a very similar mic to this. He has a Shure, I think he has a Shure SM7B, which is the one Phil was initially looking at. ALT is right up on that thing. Right up on that thing.
Like to have a real modern mic.
Listen how hollow and flat this sounds. This sounds so flat, so hollow. No good.
Microphone. But in addition, it's the end of the week. It's time for some fun gameplay with Stalker 2.
Sounds like a soup can on a string. Well, and so you're about to hear why, Devilish Face. So not only is his mic placement poor and he's using this mic completely incorrectly, you're about to hear why it sounds so bad.
Turn of fighting games tonight with Friday Night Fights. I also want to talk about YouTube's ridiculous practice when it comes to publishing videos. Of the way that YouTube will talk about all of we can all see the new thing in the room.
All right.
Today I have a professional grade microphone.
It's not professional, but okay.
I haven't, really looked into in over 10 years. It was
I'm gonna level with you guys as someone who's had a lot of professional grade sound equipment in his hands. This is not professional. An LED strip on a microphone is never an indicator of something that is geared towards the pro market, by the way. Just putting that out there, okay? Just putting that out there.
When I moved here to Washington State from Connecticut, and back then when I was in Connecticut, I was only using USB microphones that were very basic, sitting on a table in front of me and the like. And when I moved out here, I wanted to be more.
You know what I'm talking about, the pasta maker. You know what I'm talking about.
You got to get a preamp, and you got to get an XLR mic, and you got to do this, and you got to do that. Admittedly, back then I knew way less about any of this stuff than I do.
I know,
today.
August. I
didn't
know.
Use filters. I didn't mess with it at all. I just kind of let it sit there, plugged in, and sometimes it sounded great, and sometimes it sounded awful. So, obviously, quite a lot.
So he's admitting that he had no consistency in his audio at all, which I agree with. Phil's audio has been incredibly inconsistent over the years.
Has changed in the last decade.
And you can make your audio consistent. The best way to make your audio consistent is to have consistent technique. You can have all the filters in the world. You can have all of the post-processing. You can have all the presets. You can nail down your gain staging purposely. You can nail down your gain staging perfectly. But even if you do all of that stuff and you're speaking into the microphone poorly, it's still going to sound like shit. And you know what? You are speaking into this microphone poorly.
When it comes to people podcasting and broadcasting and recording, you know what I'm saying? And
correct, big guy. I don't see what the problem is. He's using a directional microphone above him at a 45-degree angle. Yes, correct. Oh, and also, hold on. I want to show you guys something. A few of you in the Detractor Beam Discord would have seen this. Let me see. It's in one of these paragraphs here. Hold on. Here we go. Do you see this? Here, I'm gonna zoom way up on it. The real-time denoiser uses
WWE Champions time.
Thanks for the support. NWO.
I agree,
And he
NWO.
says, next Lechero vid gonna be hype.
Yeah, Lechero has a lot to work with. Do you see this? The real-time denoiser uses cutting-edge DSP technology to eliminate ambient noise in your room. It has DSP technology, dude! DSP technology! Yes! Yes! The microphone was made for him! For him!
it left me behind. It really did. I just stayed with the same equipment because I felt, oh, I don't need upgrades or whatever. In some cases, that is true. For example.
But you didn't. None of your problems can ever be solved by different equipment. None. None whatsoever.
My preamp here, all right, which is basically the Focusrite Scarlett
I think so.
2i or something like that.
I think he saw that and he was like, oh, that's for me.
But in the last decade, preamps haven't really changed that much.
Neither has microphones, dude. Neither have microphones, especially XLR. Like, you can argue that USB standards actually change a lot. Like USB, you want to talk about shit that's changed. USB audio has changed so much in the past 10 years. XLR, no. If you have a solid DAC, a solid audio interface, and a solid XLR mic, you're pretty much set for life, as long as your OS and your motherboard are compatible. Yeah, XLR was invented in the 1950s, and it became the audio standard in the early 1960s, and we've been using it since then, and it's never stopped. Never stopped. You know why? Because the technology works. It is the perfect audio cable. For carrying a vocal signal, there is no better way than to do so with an XLR cable.
Newest version of this preamp is pretty much exactly the same as what I have now. It has very minor changes or improvements. So looking at that, I'm like, I don't ever need to really upgrade that as long as it's working. Just keep the same preamp. And if you don't know, a preamp is what these microphones plug into. And
I mean, it's not a preamp. A preamp is a different thing, but okay.
Converts the signal into something that's USB that you could use with your computer. No,
it's a DAC. It's a digital to analog converter. Like, it's not a preamp. Like, people call them preamps, and I'm going to get like real pedantic. There are preamps. There is preamp circuitry inside the DAC, but the device itself is not a preamp, by the way.
But when it comes to microphones, no exaggeration, in the last decade, they have improved greatly.
Not really.
Okay. My last microphone, which was an Audio-Technica, was great for the time, but it's the style of mic, and I don't remember what they call it. It's a cardioid. No, because cardioid, it's different. There's different, I think it's called condenser mic. That's exactly what I was trying to think in my head. Condenser mic.
It's a condenser mic with a cardioid pickup pattern. Go on.
A condenser microphone works well when you are facing the front of it. And that's about it.
Correct.
You need to be facing the front of it in order for it to work well. So as long as it's directly in front of me, it's great. The problem being, now with my setup changing, I don't want to have a microphone directly in front of me. What if I want to use a nice special effect like this, and if the microphone's in front of me, now it's blocking the shot? Or in the case of when I was gaming, it was actually blocking my arms, and it was having my arms like completely like disappear, or right here it would cut off, right? So you want to have something.
Hold on. Where did my chat disappeared? Hold on. Dayglow is saying, what is a preamp? So preamp is the circuitry that stages gain. In other words, a preamplifier is a component of a digital to analog converter or an audio interface, but it is not the audio interface. A preamp is basically a regenerating circuit within the device itself that either stretches or contracts to make your signal weaker or stronger. That is the preamp. The preamp is the literal circuit that the knob is connected to. It is a component of the audio device, not the audio device itself. So when Phil says preamp, he's not entirely wrong, but it's not the full picture. What Phil's referring to is a digital to analog converter or XLR audio interface.
That's not going to have to get in the way.
Sup, Bill Brasky?
The vast majority of podcasters, broadcasters, and content creators today use a microphone that they aim from a direction, usually from up above them, and they use a boom arm to do so. I haven't had that available set up because I didn't have the room, I didn't have the means to do.
What do you mean you didn't have the room? He can't say he didn't have the room. He's got more shit in this room than he's ever had. He actually has way more shit crammed into this room than ever, I think. And now he's saying, "Oh, I finally have the room to set all of this up." Good for you, Phil.
Do it. Finally now, this, fall, with me doing all these major upgrades, I now have the ability to do it. And now today, for the first time in the greater part of a decade, I have a new microphone that is professional grade. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about it. It is not what you think.
All right, so I'm going to give my first impression of him using this microphone. I will say this microphone is very accurate. I find this microphone to sound accurate. It seems like a very flat signal, but a very sort of accurate one. I think it sounds like shit, but I think it sounds very accurate to the way the room probably sounds.
People are thinking I bought the top of the line microphone. I did not. So yesterday we were talking about mics, and people had different opinions. Some were like, "Oh, the EV is the best one. The Shure is the best one. You should buy this one. You should buy that one." And people were throwing all this information.
People were sending him Electro Voice mics. I would love Phil to get an Electro Voice mic. That'd be so funny. You want to talk about expensive mics? Here, I'll pull up a couple of Electro Voice mics in a different tab. Hold on.
At me. Well, all the information that was being thrown at me was basically like the most high-end possible mic. The most high-end mics, no exaggeration, cost around $400+. All right. Do I think I'm going to get the use out of those microphones for that premium price? No, not really. Those microphones are basically for like voice actors.
Here, so when Phil referred to EV microphones, I'll show you what he's talking about. These, in my opinion, are pretty much the industry standard for radio. I was in and out of a couple of radio stations in a past life doing contract work, and almost all of them have Electro Voice mics. The cheapest one, the cheapest sets are generally for like good vocal mics. They're generally around $500. You can get this one for $259. You want to talk about a very sort of narrow pickup pattern. This thing would be very cumbersome for him to use. It would have been funny if he got this thing, because this thing, you basically got to throat it. You basically what you do is you point it at yourself, and you got to have basically the mesh like a couple inches from your lips. So it'd be very funny if he got that, if he got a Electro Voice microphone. I would have loved that.
Singers and performers who want to get the absolute best audio out of that mic, like audiophile.
The idea that like people in his chat were trying to bait him into buying more expensive mics, and he was going for it. He was genuinely entertaining. That idea is so funny to me. Keep in mind, a single chatter baited him into buying this mic. All it took was one person in chat. Phil, you should get a Shure SM mic. And he did it that day. It's amazing.
Level, if you're going to be hitting high highs and low lows and all this stuff, then you want one of those mics. Even for like a podcaster, they're too good. And it's funny because someone's like, well, Joe Rogan uses them. Oh, Joe Rogan, the multimillionaire? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he...
Dude, so Roachbait's saying a Blue Yeti would have been fine. It's not the mic. I mean, I did some of my best work when I was in college on a $20 handheld mic that I bought from Radio Shack. It's just, you have to have discipline, and you have to be willing to learn and understand how to get the most out of the mic you have. But most of my college shit that I graduated with, I did on a $20 handheld from Radio Shack, which big ups Radio Shack, by the way. It doesn't exist anymore. But my first ever mic was a mic that had a 1/4-inch jack. Wasn't even XLR. It was just a 1/4-inch jack, and I bought it from Radio Shack, and that's what I used. And I did fine work on it. Phil just doesn't have skills. It's a skill issue, dude.
He just said buy the best. He doesn't really need it. He just said buy the best because he can afford it, right? In my case, I don't need that, okay? So what I did is I looked into it last night, and I was trying to find a microphone that's much better than what I have, but
Yeah,
isn't
Radio
going to be
Shack
great.
was
The bang
awesome.
Isn't going to be me paying an over-the-top premium for
You could
something I'm not
buy
going to
some
use.
good shit
And I
for
was also
very cheap. at
looking
Radio
for one that
Shack.
had a nice feature. Okay.
And like as an electronics store, like not to go off on too much of a tangent, but as an electronics store, their house brand, like Radio Shack branded shit worked. It was good stuff. Like I had a lot of Radio Shack brand cables at one point. I had Radio Shack brand speakers. I even had a Radio Shack branded microphone at some point. Like their stuff worked. It was very good. It's too bad they couldn't stay in business.
Well, of course, like everything, buying stuff online is hit or miss. All right, first of all, let me show you what I got.
How is buying stuff online hit or miss? Like, this microphone is this microphone. You're not buying cat food online. Like, I bought cat food online that's been hit and miss because, like, it could be sitting in a warehouse for months. But you're buying a microphone, dude. How is it hit or miss? What he means is I didn't do the research, so sometimes I order the wrong shit. That's what hit and miss means.
The Shure M7V Plus podcast microphone works with both XLR, which is the standard microphone technology that everyone has been using for ages. By the way, I just noticed that the box was dented when it arrived. That's nice.
Dented. Hell yeah.
Or it also uses USB-C. So you can use either or.
Oh, it uses both. Interesting.
Me doing research yesterday, I looked into it at the different quality of the different microphones. This is actually very similar to the top of the line Shure mic. The top of the line one, I think it's called like the S7BD or something like that. And basically, it's just like so minor of an improvement. Looking at the stats and the way that it picks up the sound.
They're not stats, they're specs.
Benefit from paying the extra $150+
They're specs, my guy.
You know, it's more than half the cost of this. This microphone is just over like $240, okay? I'm not going to benefit from paying $400 for a microphone. I'm not going to get anything better out of it. I'm not a singer. I'm not a voice actor.
I disagree. I think you have to pick the microphone that works for you. I purchased this microphone specifically because I didn't like the way the AT2020 sounded with my voice. I just didn't like it. So someone recommended to me the AT4040, which is a higher end mic than the 2020, but it has a warmer, richer sound. But that's basic. You basically pay an extra. This is a $350 mic, I think, and the AT2020 when I bought it, it was about $89. So you're paying those extra $250 for the warmer, richer sound and just more robust options in general. This also has a low cut switch and a 10 dB pad, which a 10 dB pad is basically a little switch that you can flip that sets the gain automatically 10 dB lower than what the standard 0 is on this mic, so that it's very hard to clip this mic. Like, this mic will never clip. And I have a problem clipping mics. Like, I would clip the hell out of my old AT2020, but this has some good features. This mic is not really going to clip, and it has a warm, robust sound. And plus, I'm just a hobbyist and I don't beg for my money, so I can buy whatever I want. If I want a nice, good microphone, I'll pay for it. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Performer, I don't need it. All right? So I looked into this one. And the reason that I got it, it was twofold. Number one, because it is this type of mic that points at you, which is what I want.
It's the type of mic that points at you.
Point at me.
Yes.
And then it's going to pick up the best audio. As you can hear right now, it sounds pretty good, doesn't it? And by the way, do you hear the bass in my voice?
By the way.
This microphone, as long as it's
All
relatively
right, you guys
close
listen to him. I'll be right
will
back.
pick up
I'm going to go get a
lot
drink.
of the bass
I'm
in
thirsty.
my voice, which the other microphone was only doing when it was like dead center in front and stuff like that. This one is going to pick it up much nicer because it's directionally pointed at me. It's going to get those inflections of bass and everything in my voice. But here's the other very nice feature of this microphone, which I think you guys are going to enjoy. All right? Just listen to this. Ooh! So I know that that was a little variety of sound effects. But did you notice something in that variety of sound effects? Did you notice that nothing dropped off? Did you notice that you could hear the high highs and you could hear the claps? Did you notice that absolutely nothing is cutting off or dropping? This microphone should not cut off or drop any range of sounds. It's built to actually be able to cover those sounds, okay? Lucky Gremlin, if you say it sounds the same to you again, I'm just going to remove you from chat because I've already tested this and it's concretely different. And I've had enough of people being negative every day and you're one of them. So just stop right now. This microphone is significantly better than the one that I had previously. Okay, you can actually hear the laughing. You can hear the high tones. It's not cutting off and muting like the old mic used to do. The problem was with the old mic, it couldn't handle the extremes. It was either one way or the other. So this one can handle the extremes and adjust them. Okay, that's what's good about the mic. So this will actually sound more similar to the previous mic levels that I had. Only difference is now it won't blow your ears out. This is what I wanted to do when I put all the filters on the microphone earlier in the year, but it didn't really work. The filters basically muffled too much. Well, now this microphone is working well. And the thing is, I still have the filters on it. Here's what happened.
It sounds worse.
Let me tell you the whole story.
It sounds worse than what you had.
From start to finish of getting this working this morning. So I unbox it, and it has a USB cable in it. I'm like, well, I don't want to use it with USB. I want to use it with my existing preamp. Well, I have to use the XLR cable then. So I just unplug the XLR cable from my previous microphone, and I go to unscrew my previous microphone, and guess what? I can't get it off the boom mic stand because the metal rod that it attaches to rotates. So if I'm trying to unscrew it, the entire rod is rotating. So I'm like, I have to get a wrench.
Wait, what? Hold on. Say that again.
The metal rod that it attaches to rotates. So if I'm trying to unscrew it, the entire rod is rotating. So I'm like, I have to get a wrench to hold this thing in.
No, like literally just what? Oh, I'm not going to do it because I'm on stream. What? So, to Pasta Maker, that was my first thought, is that he cross-threaded something or stripped the what is it? The adapter, the nut that goes in between, because each one of these little, well, I'm pointing to it as though you guys can see it and you can't. But basically how these boom arm assemblies work is you have the metal rod that comes down, and then what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take a little sort of nut and adapter, and you're supposed to screw that onto the arm. All he would have to do is basically screw this righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So just tighten up this fastener all the way, and then spin it to the left as many times as he could, and it would pop off. I bet he cross-threaded or stripped something. If he needed a wrench, or he probably needed pliers. He's probably talking about pliers, because if you really screw these things on, sometimes you need to take a set of pliers to at least get them started. But holy shit, Phil. It just goes to show like how little he's touched his setup.
In place so I can detach the old one. So I had to run to the garage and grab a wrench to do that.
He probably over-tightened it.
Unplugged the XLR from that, screwed this guy in. I immediately noticed that this guy is heavier than my previous mic by a lot, actually.
Yeah.
It actually has much more in it, I guess.
It would be.
So then I tightened everything super tight so it wouldn't sag. I tried to position it well, and
he over-tightened everything. I guarantee you he over-tightened everything. You couldn't, so Phil, you couldn't get the first microphone shock mount off of the boom arm assembly because it was too tight. Now you're telling me you over-tightened everything else? Come on, Phil.
I got it all set up, And immediately I noticed it wasn't working. So FYI, let me show you something.
Did he not have phantom power on? I'd bet money that he didn't turn phantom power on.
I want you to take a look at that microphone. Do you see something on it? I know this is silly. You're going to say, oh, there's a light on it. Yeah. So this microphone is supposed to have touch to activate and touch to mute. I was like, oh, that's a nice feature.
Touch to mute, very professional, very professional.
So when I'm using it, and let's say that I want to stop talking for a second, I'm going to sneeze, or I'm going to cough, or I'm going on a break. Okay, guys, I'll be right back. And then I should be able to walk out of the room, and you can't hear me. Except I plugged it in, I'm looking at it, I'm like, the light's not turning on. And then I looked over at my preamp, and it wasn't even blinking, as if it was receiving sound.
Phantom power, dude. Phantom power.
And I'm like, uh-oh, what's going on here? So I basically started to look all around. Okay. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So I'm like, tell me this is at least working. Please tell me this is at least working. And I went over to it's the Scarlett, Focusrite Scarlett. And I started touching the knob. That's the sensitivity knob. And I turned it a little bit.
It's not the sensitivity knob. It's the gain potentiometer, but go on.
All the way to the right. And I talked, and all of a sudden, it like lit up like a Christmas tree. I was like, okay, it is working. The only problem was this microphone is actually less sensitive than my old one.
Yes. And I knew he was going to run into this problem. Specifically, with the Shure SM line, they have a very, very low noise floors, like very, very low. Meaning like you have to throw a lot of gain at a Shure SM microphone in order to make it audible. He's probably got to pin his Red Scarlett gain knob almost all the way to the right. This is specifically why I did not buy one of these. I don't like microphones that require a whole ton of extra gain to make audible. I don't like that. I like to be able to set the gain knob at about halfway. Like I use a Universal Audio Volt 1. That is the particular DAC that I use. And I set it so that the gain knob is exactly half. It's exactly at half. Good audio is typically set at about 50% on your on whatever you're using for gain staging. And then what I do is I boost it up a little bit in OBS, and then I run various filters. But if you have to pin your gain knob all the way to the right just to hear it, you fucked up, man. You fucked up, my guy.
It requires more open sensitivity to actually get the audio. So I was like, oh, I have to open it up. So I adjusted it back and forth a little bit to get it to the point where it seems like it's working just as well as the old mic, as, with the sensitivity settings and receiving audio and stuff. So I got that working. Okay, so it's working with the preamp. But what's going on with the mic? The light's not on. I'm touching it. Nothing's happening. It doesn't seem to have any effect. So I open up. I start reading the instructions.
This story should have been told in about 3 lines. Yeah, so I took the microphone out of the box. I wasn't seeing any lights on the Red Scarlett. I raised the gain knob on the Red Scarlett. 3 sentences. And then the next sentence that he's about to say should be, oh, then I wanted to figure out what's going on with the mute button on the mic. And then another 2 sentences describing that. He spends 20 minutes describing something that you or I could have described in 1 minute. 1 minute.
Instructions, right? It says, oh yeah, this mic has functionality with both USB and XLR. Oh, by the way, if you want to use it just with XLR, it has absolutely none of the features.
What do you mean? Not because so he's bitching about it not having touch to mute over XLR. Why would it have touch to mute over XLR? A touch to mute function would need USB to give it commands. to even give it the mute commands. And plus, people that are going to be using this mic for XLR are not going to be interested in touch to mute. Like, if you're plugging in an XLR cable, the assumption is you're plugging it into a DAC, which is going to have a mute button or a knob on it anyway. So why are you going to use touch to mute anyway? Like, he's completely misunderstanding. The USB-C exists for normies and podcasters, and the XLR exists for people who are serious. That's kind of how I look at it. If you're serious, you get an XLR cable, get an XLR mic, and you handle everything at your DAC. That's what you do. If you're not serious and you're just kind of getting into this for the podcast, then you use your USB-C cable, and then you can use all that touch to mute shit, the onboard denoising shit and all of that. He doesn't understand that, like, this mic is basically splitting the difference between two different markets. Yeah, I'm so absolutely. Mr. White, I'm mute on the Stream Deck. Like, he should just have a mute button on his Stream Deck. There's no reason why he shouldn't. See, I have a mute button on my Stream. And now you can hear me again, and I'm talking, and now I'm talking, and it's all on the stream. It's all there on the Stream Deck. See how easy that is?
None of the features.
Yeah, because you're plugging in an XLR, dude. The assumption is that you'd be some kind of professional or a serious person. And a serious person would not be using touch to mute on their Shure microphone. I'm sorry. He's so retarded.
No touching. No light adjustment to tell you what mode you're on. Absolutely nothing. Like, literally nothing. Okay? What the hell? This is absolutely ridiculous. So,
XLR is designed to carry sound. You think it's good? Well, technically, Shure probably. Well, I was gonna say Shure could have made it so that microphone sent and received data over the third XLR pin, but that would also be dependent upon his Red Scarlet being able to send that data somewhere, and I doubt that Red Scarlet would be able to interpret any data sent through the third pin. Like, yeah, he's being a retard. He's plugging in an XLR, which makes him a professional and not a consumer. And touch to mute and the LED strip, those are consumer features.
I have to be using it USB only in order to get the features out of it. Well, that sucks, because here's the thing. I could use it USB. I have a USB 3.0 port open right now.
So just use it USB only. Like, literally just get a long, he could literally just get a long USB-C cable and do it that way. Why doesn't he? Like, this is such an easy problem to solve. Okay, Phil, the box literally says the touch to mute and RGBs, USB only. Great, awesome. So take out your XLR and plug it in USB. Plug it in USB. It'll probably be fine.
But then I can't use my preamp. So if I don't use the preamp, the audio levels are going to sound completely different. I'm not going to have the adjustability that I want. You know, so
yeah, his audio. This sounds like shit, big guy.
I'm forced to use the software that the microphone comes with. Now, I'm not saying that the software is bad. It's a name brand. Sure, that's a name brand for microphone. But do I really want to have to rely on that software being fully compatible with OBS and everything working properly? Do I want to learn a whole new suite?
You could make one button on your Stream Deck. Literally one button. This would take him 10 seconds to make a mute button on his Stream Deck. You can mute any, like, Stream Deck has commands that hook directly into Windows. if you want to mute your microphone, you could literally just tell your Stream Deck to mute a Windows device when you hit a button. It's what I do. Like, my Stream Deck mute button has nothing to do with OBS at all. It's literally my Stream Deck telling Windows to stop listening to my microphone. It's very easy.
Of software to use this microphone, not right now. Okay, so I'm not saying that eventually I may not use USB 3.0. It's just going to be frustrating.
Why? What is going on with this? Hold on. Now now the browser window is not visible in OBS. Hold on. What the hell? What is this? Hold on. Why do I have a big fucking block? You know what? I'm just gonna get rid of that. I don't know what that was.
Because
it's gone now.
They give you
it's
isn't
gone now.
Long. The cord they give you is very short. So how am I supposed to have a USB 3.0 cord going from this all the way down this boom arm, all the way down the side of my desk, all the way across my floor, all the way to the
This is a you problem.
PC over there? I'm gonna have to buy extension cables and everything for the thing.
What? And like, I would literally say to him, and like, this is a you problem, Phil. I'm sorry. You're choosing to sit 10 feet away from your PC, man. This is a you problem.
You know? So it is pretty frustrating. I wish that it was more clear. Like, no lie, nowhere online does it actually say that if you use this microphone with XLR, you get no features. It says the opposite.
Hold on. Let's test that, shall we? I have the product page up right now. Okay, MV7. I'm gonna just do a control find real quick. USB. Okay. Well, I'm actually not finding it here. However, I'm still going to chalk this up to Phil not doing enough research. Like look up a YouTube video, Phil. Like, literally look up a YouTube video of like Marquez Brownlee or somebody using this microphone. You know what I mean? Look up a YouTube video, and a guy on YouTube would literally tell you, yo, these features are USB only. Like, all of these are things you could have found out watching one YouTube video.
Like, it says, oh, fully compatible with XLR. Then why don't you say that the features don't work? Why do I have to buy it?
Oh, it says in the product page that it doesn't work via XLR. I must have missed it. Thank you, RAMs, iOS. Recording with USB. LED panel. Why am I not seeing it? Interesting. Well, it's on the product page either way. He didn't do enough research. He could have literally looked up one YouTube video.
Read the instruction paper inside.
Oh, on Amazon. Big guy was looking at an Amazon page.
XLR.
Yeah, it would have said it on the Amazon page. And plus, if he knew how XLR worked as a standard, he would know that, like, XLR doesn't transmit that type of data. Well, usually doesn't.
That's pretty
It would
dumb.
be non-standard.
You know, like I said, I paid just under $250 for it, but that's because it has features. It has the touch. It has all these features, and now I can't use.
No, you don't. He's got it backwards. You don't pay $250 for a microphone because it has touch to mute. I'm sorry. You could buy a $12 fee-fine microphone that has touch to mute. Like, if he wanted touch to mute and he wanted RGBs, he could have literally bought a $15 mic that, like, 9-year-olds use. You know what I mean? Like, this is him getting very autistic about the dumbest shit. You don't pay $250 for a microphone because it has touch to mute. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Okay?
What a baby. What a fucking baby.
So
my God.
I'll have to look into that. Right now, I just wanted it to work immediately. So I'm using XLR and I'm using it with my Focusrite preamp, okay? So I then went into OBS and I wanted to do a couple demos. So first I turned off all of my filters.
So he's gonna go through. I didn't see this part because I ended up having to take a bunch of work calls during the podcast. But he's gonna go through step by step from taking it out of the box until now. Holy shit!
Single filter.
All right, I'm gonna speed it up.
Okay.
I'm gonna speed it up.
And when I did that and I recorded, the volume was very low.
I got to get out of here at some
that's
point.
Not good. I wonder why the volume is so low. So then I went and I turned on all the filters that I had previously used with my other mic, and I did a demo recording, and it actually was working really good. But I was like, it sounds just slightly low, so let me up the gain. So then I upped the gain. It was at 8. I upped it to 11, and I hit record, and now it sounds good. And that's when I started doing the testing of me live, like and stuff like that. And as you can hear, it doesn't drop off. It doesn't cut off any sound.
Yes, it does.
That was the major problem with
yes,
my mic
it does.
earlier in the year when I put these filters on. It was cutting all this stuff off. Okay, and now it won't anymore. Hopefully. So that's the big improvement. Now, the other improvement, of course, is it's pointing at me, so it's very maneuverable. Unlike the other mic where I had to have the certain side of the mic kind of aiming at me, and I needed to have a special pop guard on it and all of that.
Pop guard.
Already has the built-in filter on. As you can see, it has that guard on it. You don't need like an additional guard to use this style of microphone.
I got you, Meth Bear.
And it's very easy to maneuver with a boom arm. So this is going to be easier to use with a boom arm, adjusting the angles or whatever to get it to sound good.
Oh, yes.
Actually, when I was about...
yes, Meth Bear, esteemed legal style individual. Hold on, let me get this in a browser. Big ups, my friend. Meth Bear found it. All right, yeah, see? LED panel will not illuminate and mute while connected to XLR. Will not. Specifically. Available only when connected via USB only. Hello. Philip. Hello? My lord.
To start today's podcast, all right? I was actually going to have the desk over there, and I had the boom arm stretched all the way out to reach me. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. I want to play you guys a video.
Yeah, Meth Bear is the master of receipts. He's got them all.
The boom arm in a different position. So I moved the desk over, I readjusted the boom arm, and it works fine. As you can see, it's pointed at me. It's not in my face, but it's at a good angle to reach me, and you can hear it well. You know? Now, could it be a little better? Yeah, for example, let me show you. So now it's literally right in my face. And as you can probably hear, it sounds a little better. It'll catch my bass even better. But I would need to have the mic like right there in my face to get the optimal audio. Do we really want me eating the mic? Probably not.
Yeah, you guys get the idea. I think it's time to end the stream. I'm getting tired. Let's see about maybe popping off one more quick call-in segment before we go. The call-in info is pinned in the chat if you need it. You can click a Discord link in the description, or you can use the number 1-917-740-8933, 1-917-740-8933. And if you wish to remain anonymous, you can use *67 while dialing. I'll give a couple seconds for the calls to come in if they come in. If not, we will end the stream in a minute or so, because I'm tired. I just got a text. My lady friend will be home in a couple of minutes, and I want to have adult time, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. And actually, while we're doing that, I am gonna let's redirect you. Who am I gonna redirect to? Len, probably. Yeah. I'm thinking Len. Let's set that up. If Len's up, I always redirect to him. Oh, he's doing Going Green holiday style. All right, we're going to redirect to Len. Nobody on the phone? And, oh, Big Guy's in the Discord. Big Guy, you're on. What's on your mind?
Well, I just wanted to point out this is now the second product Phil's got from Amazon where he didn't read the product page.
Correct. The capture card. He bought that capture card, and he's like, "Yeah, this is going to be great, awesome." But then, so he didn't read the product page on the capture card or on his Skytech PC actually, because it was really
or this microphone. Or how does this guy use Amazon? How does he spend this much money on Amazon and he's never read the product page?
He doesn't read. It just speaks to his complete illiteracy. It says clearly on the product page and in some of the images, touch to mute and the lights only work with USB, which, as I said, if he knew XLR as a standard, he would know none of that shit works with XLR anyway. Come on.
Yeah, I guess he just hits the one-click buy.
Oh, he doesn't have time for his shopping cart. You kidding me? He is one-click buy, one-click purchase all the way. All the way. You know he's getting the one-click purchase. You know he opts into all the protection plans. He's got it.
Yeah, he's a total mark.
And,
all right, that's all I had to say.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for calling in, big guy. I appreciate it. Have a good night.
All right, see you.
All right, bye. All right, and that was Big Guy. What a fantastic way to end the stream. I'm going to clock out now, actually. Thanks for sitting with me, guys, for the microphone spurgery. I'm going to send you guys over to Len. Have a good time over at Len's. We'll see you guys next time. Big ups, everybody. Thanks for coming to the stream.